We did it! We broke into the suite.
Shh. Be quiet.
Gotta be loud.
Why so gloomy?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
There's nobody else in here but us.
We got to explain what happened,
Okay.
right? Like,
gotta be chill.
so we're totally gonna get in trouble for this. But Mason has a key to this place, and John's somewhere hanging out somewhere. And so we called Mason, and we're like, "Hey, can you get us into the room?"
Yeah.
And so you brought your laptop, so we're here streaming from the actual suite.
Yes, we are here. This is not a green screen. We were actually here right now. And so Mason, the secret to get anything from him is you got to walk up to him and rub his thigh a lot anytime you see Mason, and he would really give anything he wants to. So yes, Fox, are you real? Are you back there? Are you in front of those?
Right here.
Okay, right there. All right. So yes, we are in the arcade suite. So we can talk about anything. We can talk about experience. How's Vegas for you guys?
It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, those that are just joining the chat, since we are here at the suite, if you have any questions about the cabinet, we can try to answer them. We can point the camera at whatever you want.
Yes.
We'll do whatever.
Maybe.
I think this is our last day. So this is one of our wrap-up CES.
Especially if we get arrested tonight.
Yes.
Definitely our last day.
Things happen in Vegas that have not happened yet. Oh, yes. I know.
Well,
so we got to stay low key a little bit. We got to get there. So keep it on a down low. Let us know what you want to talk about. But
how much do the cabs weigh? What do you think? Under 100, right?
It's like there's no way they're more than 100.
It's like it's no lighter than an XL Golden Tee. You could say. But it's not much heavier than that.
Well, but it's only going to get lighter because the prototype is some stuff that won't be in the final version, so it's just going to get lighter. So I don't even think it's
then the version of the prototype.
Sure.
But what would you expect the final version to be? Not more than 100, right?
No. I don't think so. Fully assembled, less than 100.
It's not heavy enough for two people to carry it down the hall and not attract any attention. So, I mean, that was pretty dang fun. The elevator review. What do you think people saw when they saw us carrying it down the hall?
They saw a couple thieves
stealing
something. That's what they saw.
They said
it was that
we
was
were reenacting Hangover or something like that.
I know.
Yeah, we were.
We almost had a plan, by the way, too, because if this didn't work out, and I don't know how the stream quality is, we were gonna try to steal one of these arcade cabinets and take it back.
We're still doing that.
Oh, I mean, sorry, we're publicly saying that we're not doing anything else in the suite besides stealing their excellent Wi-Fi.
I'm taking that.
Yeah, we take which one? Is that gonna fit in the car?
Yeah, and this was
Justin can
going
walk
off your 5G phone, right?
Yeah.
3G.
We'll see how it goes. All right, so here we are, and we have a couple of guys in the audience right now. We'll say hello to folks
What's going on,
here.
kids?
Yes, Little Tater says hello. Thanks for the great coverage. Is there a chance to buy plexiglass for the cover for the control area? That's interesting that you can't please everybody. Everybody is like, oh, I don't.
Well, I think some people want the option to preserve that art no matter what it's printed on.
They don't trust that the vinyl thing that they have planned will.
Some people like the feel of the plexi, so maybe have an option.
Used to plexi.
That would be a good option.
Got it. He says more comfortable doing that. All right. Are there any other arcade companies at CES? Yeah,
My Arcade was there.
My Arcade had a
little company called Stern,
and then Unico,
and then Unico
hung out with
Unico.
And don't forget our dear friend Saki from Raw Thrills was there. Yes, so Raw Thrills.
She remembered me from last year.
She did.
Okay, I want to tell a quick story. So I'm excited about this. So last year I was hanging out with Saki from Raw Thrills.
Always excited.
And she's got an accent. I was like, why isn't your voice inside Godzilla? That would be great. You have a beautiful voice.
Guess what happened?
And so that was the end of that story. And then now she was like, hey, I did voiceover in this game. And I kind of forgot. So we played the game. It was awesome. And then she looked at me and said, hey, by the way, remember last year when you told me to do the voiceover? I was like, oh, that's right. And she's like, I'm in the game because you told me.
She has a credit.
In the game.
There it is. You are influential, man. Stringer Films, thank you for the $2 super chat. Mason, can you confirm or deny that you like it when people watch
Mason is giving us a really dirty look.
Oh, and so dirty.
Because I think it's because we said that he let us in.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
I don't want people in my bed.
Oh, okay. But you do like people touching your thigh.
After a few drinks,
confirmed that. Okay.
It all changes.
Good to see you guys together. Yes, thank you so much, Matt Astra. Is it easy to access the underside of the control panel for modding?
Yes.
Well,
I don't think the box.
Yes, I put it together. It's absolutely the great thing about it is it's all under the control panel. I know some things may change, some things are subject to change, and all that.
Yeah.
But I think that it's actually nice to have that option. You don't have to, even though it's a light cab, you don't have to take the whole thing out, flip it around, and get to the back.
Okay. Yes. So I was playing with it and I was unscrewing the sides and trying to pull it up, and it wouldn't.
Well, no, that's because I
did it wrong. So the screws on the top that you undo and you can kind of pull it up. Yeah.
it's two parts. Okay, you have the tray underneath. Right now is wood, could change in the future, not sure, but that's going to stay, and all the guts are right there. It's so nice. And
At least on the prototype. I mean,
the prototype.
I think I'm assuming that there's a phase where they're like, okay, we're done with the prototype. We like the design. Now we need to make a factory process. And that's going to change. We don't know.
I can only speak on the prototype, but I like the idea of having everything.
I mean, it could end up having the same arcade one-up shell at the very bottom where it's
like
plastic
plastic
mold.
Shell.
Who knows? Because once you try to do it at scale, I'm assuming that you're going to.
It's just so nice to have access to the encoders and everything right there.
Yeah, just really the same 4 screws on the top and then be able to get to the other side. You don't have to get into the back.
But because we know it's a Raspberry Pi, we know that the controller input is likely to be USB.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they would use the
because it has to be a standard interface.
Exactly. So it's going to be there's going to be a lot of options for modding.
James Hates Everything is here. Hello, hello. Hopefully you had a good time in Vegas. Jolly Green, do you think they'll correct the washed out marquees before launch?
They better.
We actually have some other marquees here.
I think we do.
Pull them out.
Now, I'm not sure if these are going to be radically different. I know this was for sizing, to kind of get the size just right.
Yeah.
And I actually spoke to Sean this morning talking about the head designer of or the one responsible for the artwork.
Imagine
they are absolutely aware of.
Can you put that on there to see the difference real quick? Okay, so this was a much better printed one. And look, washed out marquee, non-washed out marquee.
This is not accurate.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's going through two
marquees.
Right.
Double it.
This is not, it's not.
But it's better. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I think it's definitely on their list. I think it's definitely on their list for sure. All right, JJ says, do you know that P-Dubs and Mike's are also doing? I did.
Are they live now?
Yeah, they are live. We said hello, and then I invited
them here.
Wait, is it breaking the law at the same time?
I don't think
P-Dubs
so.
the one that said he doesn't care, it doesn't matter, just follow up on the replay.
It doesn't matter.
If you want to watch them
Catch
live or us live, just watch whoever you want live and watch the other on the replay.
If you want to watch us get arrested.
All good.
That's right.
Oh, this is a good question. Is Dmac a part of Media 1UP now?
I don't even know. What do you guys think?
So Dmac is you may know that Dmac is he was here at the Media 1UP booth, but he was also with My Arcade.
So you're saying he's an arcade shell? He'll work for anybody.
No, he's a freelance badass.
A freelance badass.
Freelance badass.
Okay.
I would say that the interesting thing that happened at Arcade 1UP is it freed and opened up the possibilities for people like John D or Dmac to work with several companies.
It's like a flower blooming.
And so wouldn't you want someone like Dmac working with multiple companies, helping each of them provide products and marketing? So now he's not exclusive to a single company.
Yeah. And seeing him at CES as like professional Dmac versus what I saw him like just doing like booth babe duty, like he's a different person when he's out there. So he's
totally different.
He was bringing his
So he did interviews with he helped with the CNN interview and he helped with
I
My
was
Arcade,
in that, by the way.
IGN, was it
You were on CNN.
I was, yes. I was on CNN.
You showed your true colors, didn't
you? True colors.
How dare you?
All right, so does marquee draw power from the Raspberry Pi USB port? That's a good question. I don't think it draws it from the port. It draws it from the
power distribution.
The power. Yeah. So inside, imagine the main power switch, that red one, that kind of flips into a control panel that distributes more power. Like it's almost like a surge protector inside. But so the power is distributed from there, and also there's a splitter that lights up the coin doors.
Yep.
Yeah. Hello. Adam Kalb is here. Hello. Sneaky man. You are a ghost, my friend. Adam Barraza says, hello. Love the content. Can't wait until the next release, Aliens vs. Predator, the Fox edition.
Someday, boys.
Are you influencing yourself on what may come out next?
You know what? I'm going to keep hope alive. That's what I'm going to do. Because no one can deny the appeal of the Alien vs. Predator. We have a fan base. We're united. And we're here to support whoever may bring that.
Let me ask you a real question, okay, Fox? You have been trading a lot of your home arcades for the real deal.
I have.
And
some would say giving up hope.
But you have your dream cabinet now.
I do.
Is if they ever did release a version of a dream cabinet, but you have the real thing, is there an appeal for you?
Here's what appeals to me is bringing my dream to the masses. Better way to
you want to share your dream.
I want to share my dream.
You want them to live the 19 King Fox
Absolutely. And what better way to do that with a product, by Media 1UP or
whoever.
We're not going to put anybody in a box here.
I think it's
whomever. Grammar police.
Yes.
Grammar propose, right?
Well, we're Office fans, and there's this whole scene
where we correct each other's grammar.
Whomever. I'm sorry.
That's what we do.
I never watched the
Ryan
Office.
treated me like an
I'm sorry. All right. How is this comparable to the Big Blue? And is it capable with light guns?
It's got USB ports.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
It does. So if I don't know, if you could maybe pull out some Sinden functionality there because there's no sensors required for sending. So
Yeah.
is it possible? I think anything's possible.
I think so. I think so for sure. I think there are already Pi images that work with light gun builds. And so essentially, if you want to unplug your SD card and put in the light gun build, you could do that too. I don't know if they're going to be able to switch it easily. I think one thing you could do, and I've seen this with my old Pi builds, is there's a SD slot extender that you can extend to like the outside of your cabinet.
I see.
And then all you need to do is before you turn it on, just like undo it and then put it in a new one. So that way it's more accessible, right?
That's
so
good.
it's kind of like a, so you don't have to open it up, change the SD card. Like, could there be, you know, an extender for the actual SD card?
I bet one of the companies that does some of the moddings, they'll
They
probably
will absolutely
resell
think
one
about
of those.
Yeah.
You should probably tell like all of them, hey, go buy this kit and resell it.
I'll see that. We'll see what that happens. All right. Bobby Vu is around. He is around. So yeah, we are going to be here for a little while answering any of the questions that you guys have. We could do some gameplay. We can talk about this, but we are in the Iconic Suite. They also have some other cool stuff that we can talk about. I think so. I talked to the guys. Yeah.
Small. And
Are you a Tiesto fan by chance at all?
I'm becoming.
Do you listen to the beats? Do
the
you get down to the beats?
I live the beats. The
You
beats
live the
are
beats.
within me.
I see. Fox has something that we call CRD, and it's that Caucasian rhythm disorder. I've seen you dance.
Well,
It's amazing.
I'm also part Native American.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so then you have some good dancing skills.
Yeah, they cancel each other out.
I
It's
see.
fine. Check it out.
The
What's
next
this?
beat.
The
It's a
next
keychain.
beat.
Press
this
the
is the
button.
keychain? No way. Which
Yeah.
one? Oh, this one?
Mm-hmm.
The power button? The power button? Is it not on? It's not charged? Battery's not on? What did you give me?
This is terrible YouTube.
This is what did you
Okay,
get? Oh,
next
I know.
question.
Let's turn the switch on.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
so we got people from look at that. Nice. So it's a the next beat by Tiesto has a bunch of other DJ paraphernalia that they're showing off. So it's pretty poppin'. All right, let us know what other questions you guys have right here. All right, do you think it'll be easy to get builds that are pre-made for this on Etsy? I'm a dummy.
what does he mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
to
build
mod it
art
for like
images?
another things. I don't
think
know.
I think all we can say
Yeah.
is that the Raspberry Pi community is vast.
Yes. I think so. There's a lot of places that you could find, and I don't even think it's necessary to support some of the Etsy folks because even what they offer is something that really doesn't take that much effort. You need a program called Etcher, Balana Etcher, something to flash your
It's
SD
on
card
Linux,
to.
Mac or PC.
Yeah. And then downloading the files that are available really on several sites. So yeah, you could do it. You could do it, Jolly Green. You can do it. In fact, I'm sure there'll be many tutorials of people of the first thing you can do is how to add more custom UIs and games
And then
to
the second thing you do is
a Raspberry Pi.
contact Cool Toy. He has the
Yes.
ROMs.
Toy has
All the
He's
guys.
got the ROMs.
How
got it.
loud do the machines get?
Pretty
You
loud.
know,
Pretty loud.
with the equipment that's here, we have
We can't really
seen it
capture
loud,
it,
right?
can we?
All right.
But
we can
it is.
capture
I
Alright,
want to say
you
it's
wanna
a
bump one?
prototype,
You
so
wanna
I'm
bump
not
one?
really sure
Okay.
if it's the final version.
All right. Okay.
The microphone.
What you're gonna notice is the magnets on these speakers are much bigger. So you'll feel this panel actually vibrate. It's something you did not get with other companies.
Wow,
Yeah,
shill
I'm just
level
saying.
11.
Just say
Chill level. Yeah. It does feel good. So the other thing that's on here that wasn't on
try this
say,
one. Let's try this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep going.
that wasn't on the arcade one-up speakers, that there is a dedicated amp.
Whoa.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds really good too. Okay.
See, the sound, the reverberation in the room is crazy.
Okay. So the sound did improve from my earlier kind of expectations, but I wasn't able to kind of maximize it. So, like I said, it runs it from the Pi through the HDMI into kind of the interface. So yeah, that sounded better. But do you think people would want to upgrade sound?
Okay, so
Audio files.
are people wanting to upgrade? Of course, they want to upgrade anyway, no matter what you give them. But I think the only thing I would really add to this system, maybe a subwoofer, maybe is some low end bass.
Little bass.
But it's got if you want to compare it to other products out there, it's going to have much more low end.
Yeah.
performance.
Garage Gamer says, "Did you open up the back of the machine?" This guy put it together.
I put the thing
He
together,
like
son.
went all up in it. He was
All
not
up
only in
in
the
there.
back, he was upside down. He was
Absolutely.
all the way in
Had
it.
to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But was it prototypey still? Like, what did you know from the build?
In some ways. So we talked about the way like the monitor's mounted. Some of those bracketry is not final, but the connections were fairly standard. It wasn't janky, soldered, glued on. It was pretty standard connections, and you're going to find that a lot of these parts and pieces are going to be something you can find not over the shelf, but Amazon's going to have you covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angelo P says we were here all day because he's been looking for us at CES. So we got to find that guy. I don't know where he's at. Sorry,
Eventually
Angelo.
we'll find him.
Eventually.
Angelo, wherever you are.
Wherever you are, we'll find you. Any hints at pre-ordering the game? I don't know what this means.
It's available to pre-order now.
Yeah, it's already available.
Yeah.
Iconic Arcade website.
Yeah.
What I thought was cool, the 2 ways you can actually pay for this thing.
Oh,
You can pay for it all front, I guess, or you can do a half now, half
or
later.
you can do a GoFundMe.
Or you can do, well, that's always an option, Jess. We talked about
No,
that.
so what he was talking about, you can pay now half of it.
Half
And then they'll
now.
automatically charge the other half.
when it ships in May, June. Yeah, the expected ship date is, I think.
Yeah,
May
so I mean,
30th.
it's almost like, you're paying half. It's
Yeah.
we were talking about it like might
Might
as well pay half.
Why
and
not
then
just
the
pay
other
half? I mean,
Yeah,
you
might
got
as
some
well.
time. Go ahead and pay half whenever you can, and then before
Just remember
plan
that
for
you're gonna get a charge.
Or at least tell your wife. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, she needs to know.
Well,
For sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Will
it's
this
all right.
come to? Do we know this answer?
Will
John
this
kept on saying
come
it's gonna
to
come like Australia,
One of the first things-
Canada, and
All the things?
EU, UK, and
One of the first things you can do is pick your region before you even pre-order.
Mhm.
Right off the website.
All right. This is a Justin question. Did you measure how many pixels the monitor has?
yes, I did. So
Are you aspect
so
ratioing?
this is
Pixel
a
counter.
19-inch 5x4 screen.
Okay.
The
Yes,
games are
that's
currently
actually important to point out. It's not the 4.3. It's 5.
it's not 4.3, but when we were playing at least this version of it,
Right.
it has the 32 black bar, 32 pixels at the top, 32 pixels at the bottom.
Right.
So the aspect ratio is 4:3.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
not stretched in
The
any way.
bezel's hiding the. that's on
No,
the
no, no.
bottom? Oh.
You can see the black at the very top of it.
Oh.
and the
Very,
bottom
very top.
by default. But here's the thing: what we don't know is what the UI will look like. Hopefully, and we can push John to do this. You want to make sure that you can go into the option, and by default, it's 4:3. And people complain about the black bars, just go into the settings and say stretch, and then you'll gain those extra 32 pixels at the top and bottom.
Yeah. All right. $2 super chat from Stringer Film says the last time he flashed his SD, he got arrested. I apologize for that. But thank you for sharing. Yeah. It's the chance you got to do.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just got to flash it.
Absolutely.
Will there be an option to get a 24-inch monitor versus a 19-inch?
Well, a 24-inch is going to be a 16:9 monitor.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's the only way to get that.
Yeah, because only like 5.4 monitors are 26 or.
Right. I think if you're referring to the 26 that's available by Unico, unfortunately, that's not going to fit within the confines of this form factor. But we can always hope for the triple XL.
Yeah.
Triple XL.
Yeah.
That's
So they're asking about planning a lockdown official OS, but I don't know. We don't know much about the OS because we didn't get to see.
That's
the
top
UI.
secret.
Yeah.
That's still top secret.
Yeah.
I don't know that yet.
So we got to play essentially, and I put this in my video. It was running, I think, a Pi 4, and then it was running a version of Batocera. And then from there, it was just running MAME emulation at this point. So I don't think I had any other knowledge of the specs yet. And so maybe if by chance we maybe could find somebody that knew things, maybe we'll.
Here's my guess: is the SD card is going to come with a file system that's, if you take that SD card and put it in somewhere, it won't mount. It won't be readable. That's my guess, because other systems are like that.
Right. Requiring the UI to
Right. And then the USB ports on the front are going to be for controllers. That's my guess.
Gotcha.
And then I'm guessing that if you wanted to mod it, what you would do is take out the SD card from the Pi, write down on it, this is the media
stock.
iconic, this is stock.
Gotcha.
You'd put your own SD card inside there.
And then go crazy.
And then it will boot into your SD card and you're on your own.
Yeah.
But then if you want to go vanilla again, because you want to play net play, you want to play against someone else,
You want to go back to stock, right?
then you would just put the other SD card in.
Which is
So-
kind of.
So I think an SD extender is probably a good
I guess
recommendation.
if you're
you're
wanting
thinking
to swap
about-
a lot,
Sure,
Yeah.
if you want to swap a lot, but if you want to have basically 2 builds,
Yeah.
stock and then mod,
Yeah. And keep in mind, this is worst case scenario. If for some reason they do make it where the SD card file systems are open, then then that's different.
Yeah.
But even worst case scenarios, there's not going to be any hindrance if you wanted to change.
Samoa joysticks, no, they're going to be using HAP style joysticks. So they're
I'm
American.
very happy.
Happy.
Happy
Let's
about
take a
the
look
HAP.
at it. So look at that HAP style joystick. It is nice, and so the
Do the
joystick
flicker
itself.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like this.
And if you want more bounce, you can get one with more bounce.
Yeah, the joystick itself feels good quality. I think the only things that you can tell for clone haps and things are the actual micro switches they're using. they used to be Cherry DX micro switches that were like very, very sensitive.
Yes.
So the clicking is a little bit heavier than like it's being sensitive.
So you could,
and then
if they use that same design, you
could-
wanted different micro switches, you could
Correct.
just upgrade the micro
you could
switches.
upgrade just the micro
That's the
switches.
beautiful thing about
Yeah.
it is you can absolutely swap those out.
could.
They're the same size.
And then the actual the actuator, the square thing, like it's sometimes made out of nylon or different material, so it just moves differently. It's very minimal. It's like you have to be like, audiophile, you have to be a controller file, you have to be C-Marvel 360 to know the differences between them. So the joystick is good. The hole was not good though. The hole needs to be bigger.
Well, and there's a reason
was
for
the
that.
prototype.
Katie.
Yeah,
Let 'em
I
know.
know. Okay, so the person, it was made originally for Sandwalls, but yeah, that's why. But you could put
We can
Sandwalls
blame
in
Bobby
there.
View.
Yeah,
Bobby.
blame Bobby. Do they wobble? So I played some gameplay and I was playing against Bobby, and yes, there is some wobble.
It was definitely that other guy from
Yeah.
CNN.
Mhm.
That good dude was like playing
Mhm.
aggressively.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't tip over, but there was some wobbles.
Yeah, but there is like, but it is stable, right? It's not like
It's very
180.
stable, but there is more leverage applied when you have a half stick. It's a taller stick. So,
Mhm.
but even that, I mean, it's going to maybe move back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not going to rock. It's not going to tip for damn sure.
Yeah. James hates everything. Wants to know about the build quality. How are the quality of the dowels? Can you tell us about the dowels, Mr. Fox?
Okay, let's
All right.
just break this down. Okay, as far
Mhm.
as some of this building materials.
Mhm.
Okay, you're wanting to know how does it compare?
Mhm.
Okay, to maybe other products in the segment.
Mhm.
Dowels are going to be the same. A lot of your bracketry inside is going to be the same. Specifically, the plastic brackets that are used to mount the monitor to the side panels. That's all the same. The build quality is the same. The width of the boards they're using, 12 mm. It's very consistent with other things in this segment. It's
almost as
what
if
you would
there's a
expect.
supplier
Well,
that's supplying
I think
almost
that's
all the
fair
parts
to
for home
say.
arcade.
It could be, yeah, it's possible. But so you're looking at dowels that are the same size. So if you've got some tooling, maybe you do some custom mods to your
And when you say same
cabinets.
side, you're comparing to an arcade one.
an arcade one, exactly. If you, it's the same size, the same dowels, same size, all that. So if
But
you do any
you
kind of
need
modding,
Loctite?
you know what? You always need Loctite.
That's
It's
his
the right
opinion.
thing to do. Yeah. So always
Does
have
that
Loctite.
reduce the wobble?
Well, see, I don't know because this is a single side panel.
Oh, that's right.
So the jury's out.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
jury's out for sure.
Yes. All right. So this is a pretty good question. I don't know who would be the best person to answer this.
What does
I know the
333
answers to
stand
this.
for?
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does 333 stand for?
Nine.
So that is a special measurement
multiply.
that John D has
Okay.
associated to something that is
Mhm.
precious to him in his life.
Mm.
And so there's symbolism going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of passion,
Mhm.
or he totally stole it from Club 33.
Oh,
From
Disneyland.
Which absolutely
Oh.
is
One of the
probably
two.
why I
Yeah.
I can't remember
One of
which
those
one it
things.
is.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, could
Yeah.
be one of the other ones, but that's what it is. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Is this a one and done cab? No, I think we said it yesterday.
No,
It's
no,
there's a roadmap,
no.
so there's hopefully some more stuff happening.
You know what's funny is, do you remember when Arcade One first came out and they called them waves,
Mhm.
and we were like,
Wave
"That's
one,
dumb."
Wave.
Wave is dumb.
Gen 1,
Gen
Yeah.
one,
Gen 1, Gen
I
2.
I think we should call it Wave One, Wave Two, Wave Three.
Wouldn't it be fun if it was
Like it.
called the Mark 1 or the Mark 2?
But that implies a different,
Oh, the
totally
Mark
different
One,
model.
What's that?
Yeah.
the Mark
That
Two.
implies a completely different
That's
model.
pretty
Mark
good.
one, Mark two. Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
think
see.
Wave is better.
Because it's like a
If
generation
it's
of stuff versus
correct.
like
They're massive changes. If it's going to
Ah.
be the same cabinet but skinned a little bit differently, maybe
see.
Wave is a little more
Okay.
appropriate. Mark, but this could be the Mark 1 or the Gen 1
Oh.
of this.
Maybe it's all
particular-
interchangeable.
yeah,
Maybe just call it
Could
what you want.
lots of things.
Yeah.
Could be whatever.
Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. All right. Does it save high scores? We don't know much about what but I think there's supposed to be leaderboards
Yeah.
planned. Yeah, so I
Yep.
think there
Yeah.
are leaderboards planned, but I don't know if there's going to be like your local high scores that are saved versus the leaderboard.
I can't imagine that would be a problem.
Yeah,
And
it's like
yeah,
so.
we wouldn't know. Reason why is like what you said earlier. This is not running any OS.
Mhm.
Correct.
So that would be in the development of the menu system, the OS system that the company provides when it becomes production. And I'm sure it's on the roadmap that the OS must persist the high school. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So JJ's a little bit late. Where are we streaming from? Are we in John D's
We are
joint?
in
Yes,
John
for
D's
folks
joint.
that are coming in late, we snuck in and invaded the suite here in Vegas. So this is not a green screen. Is here and yeah, we're just here to hang out and chill for a little bit. Answer some
Hey, and we have a
questions.
visitor.
We do. Yes.
It's me. It's Michael
George
P.
Clooney?
What?
Oh,
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. Welcome to Vegas, baby. What's going on?
I wish I was there. I'm so jealous of you guys. I've been watching all week long.
Michael B, what do you have? What do you want to know about this now that we've snuck into the suites?
Can we change the side art on Street Fighter 2?
Whatever do you mean?
I'm always going to be the guy that wants arcade accuracy, but I understand Justin kind of explained it last night on the show a little bit. They're not going for arcade accuracy, and the problem with Capcom cabs is a lot of them.
Wong. Everyone's going to think I was saying it.
Justin Wong.
Justin Wong.
Yeah.
No. I meant maybe it was a private conversation we were having and not something on here.
It is me. I was
confident. Yeah, you were saying it on the hands-on. That was very hands-off last night.
Well, it was hands-on in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
What was the story? What
So the artwork came up on the cabs, and you were talking about these are full size artwork and stuff like that. So I understand. Yeah, I understand that these were both these cabs really. Like, I don't even know if there was ever an artwork package for Alpha 2. I like what they've done with Alpha 2 side artwork. I think that's great. I think that Street Fighter 2 front on is probably the nicest looking home arcade I've ever seen in my life. I'm in fucking love. But the side panels, honestly, the side panels, like, it's the kind of thing, like, if I had the chick in bed, like, I'd roll her over and just bang her from behind because I don't want to see the art.
Okay.
One of the greatest analogies
just for
ever.
clarity, what I'm saying about the artwork is I'm in favor of there being full artwork from top to bottom because the opportunity is there because it's so wide. But yes, I agree with you that the artwork could be different.
Yeah.
Right. I just don't think it should be black and then a sticker, because why not like come up with a design where you can take advantage of the full thing?
Yeah.
It could be a different design, but man, make it full color artwork from top to bottom.
Yeah.
That's something to be said, but there's two mindsets on this, right? Do you want to make something that you're saying is nice looking, that's functional furniture, or do you want to do something arcade accurate? I'm like,
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
No, there can't be. You either do one or the other.
The front looks original, and it's like there was one person in the comments that was like, "Wouldn't it be cool if it was like Alpha 1 on the front side and Alpha 2 marquee and Alpha 3 on the left side?" Like, I mean, Mike B is loving that idea because whatever angle you look at it, it's arcade accurate.
You know what'd be crazy? It's a golden T cab, but then it has a Midway logo on it and a bunch of games.
Here's what I'm thinking. I don't think anyone's wrong. Everyone's right to their opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree with your opinion. It's your opinion.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. What I can tell, and maybe you're right.
And it's
maybe if you want full artwork, you go with the Alpha. Perfect, right? Because Alpha didn't have any authentic artwork to begin with. So go with use that opportunity for full top to bottom, full color, and then make the other one arcade accurate. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
If John keeps on doing this, where I'm going to do a wave one, and there's two versions,
one
and then those
style,
go away, and then two more come out that are completely different. Make one arcade accurate and make the other one. And think about pinball. A lot of pinball is we got this artist to make an amazing design. Yeah. Maybe you go, one is 100% arcade accurate, and the other one is we got this artist to come up with this amazing design.
Yeah.
That could be. And then you're like, let's see which one wins.
We do.
We have.
Are you guys ready for life lessons with D Love? I mean, what wisdom do you have for us, Mr. Detroit Love?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes,
there we go.
For extending this invitation, man. I'm excited that you guys are out there at CES, getting to see this hands-on, getting to see these prototypes. We know these are prototypes, so we know this is not the final product. This thing is going to evolve. I think I'm excited for this entry for these guys into the home market. You know, I love to have some options. These some great size cabinets, great ideas. I'm waiting for Tekken. I can't wait for them to create the Tekken cabinet. I think it'll be fantastic. The Raspberry Pi, that gives you a lot of options that you can do with this thing here. So I think they got a winner on their hands. It's just a matter of timing, right? With anything, is the timing right?
You love your AI Pro, right?
Yeah.
So you're like,
I like it too.
That's the perfect size. That's the perfect size. So these guys fit right into that size. Now, any idea what the weight is? I know I've seen the size and the width, and
it's the same weight as an Arcade 1-Up XL.
It's probably a slight, like, I don't know, would it be 10 pounds? Because it is deeper. It's deeper.
Yeah.
So
you
it's
got
your
the
pro
same
plus
height.
a little
Yeah,
depth,
some depth there,
but not a
And
lot. 10,
you're
20
It's going to be
pounds.
lighter because right now there's a lot of weight in the monitor mount because it's prototype.
Yeah.
It's layers of wood. It's not a thin bracket, and the monitor isn't even decased. So you're going to shed some pounds there. I think it's going to be very, very comparable to an XL, just like Mike said.
I've never had an XL, so I haven't.
The Pro is an XL. No matter which way you want to.
Better version of the XL.
Gussy it up whatever you want. The Pro is just a fucking XL. It should have been sold as an XL.
It was their attempt to put nice buttons and everything.
All right, so that's a nice weight because the Pro doesn't really move when two guys are on there fighting on it. So it's got a nice weight. Now it doesn't have the prototype here has one piece on the side, but I understand it's going to be two separate pieces. So hopefully that doesn't look too weird when they put that split there.
All right, let me just grab this up really quickly. Stringer Films, I thought they called it Waves because of the cargo ship. Ha 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 ha.
What a dork. I'm still mad at him for giving me the consumption at Pinball Expo.
Yeah, he was trying to get everybody into it.
I love Stringer Films. I made an entire short just for him
Stringer's
today.
awesome.
Yeah.
So really quickly, and I don't mean to belabor this, but I think we need to go deeper, like a really super deep dive on how bad the side artwork is for Street Fighter 2. Can we do that?
I agree. I agree.
No. It's just I will tell you I can handle like the gray. The gray is a little, Alpha. Alpha's nice looking. I have no issue with that at all.
Mike.
All right.
Mike, get loud. Get loud.
I called Liv like 15 times. She wouldn't pick up.
But why belabor on the graphics on the Street Fighter 2 when this
because
is
we have an opportunity.
I mean, we have an opportunity to get all that changed, right? Because that's
why I want to belabor on it, Carl, because I don't think if we're not loud enough that John will get the artists to change it.
No, but look, but B Kirby is like, no, the typical boring black with a sticker, these look far better. There are people that like me personally.
Nobody wants that fucking Street Fighter sideways up the side of the cab.
Yeah, it looks good.
This is what I think we
should
do.
It's
I think this is what we should do, okay?
You know what we should do? Okay, all right. We're gonna do
no. This is what we should do, okay? And I was talking to John about this before. He was like, he kept on saying, I really want community feedback. And I said, John, let's go simple. Let's do this. Let's create a Google form. It's a survey, right? And we put in pictures. Do you like this? Do you like that? Would you like the buttons here? All these options, everything that's flexible.
Look at this.
And we send it out, blast it across the market. And then let everyone in the community basically vote. John looks at the data and makes changes based on the votes.
Mike is having a heart attack. Look at all these people that are like,
and
I
if
disagree.
you want to vote,
I disagree. It looks good.
This artwork sucks. It'd be better if it was this version. The data doesn't lie.
I just think the Street Fighter is the only super bad part. I'm not in love with the gray. Obviously, I prefer it, the original. I do like a custom artwork, and I'm fine with that. They just need to modify it a little bit because the actual Street Fighter going up the side is horrendous. That's a terrible look.
I would agree with Michael there with the Street Fighter going up the side. I mean, it sort of gives me that at games feel where they just plastered the at games everywhere. So I don't think that Street Fighter 2 needs to be on that side. I would rather see full graphics on the side the same way the outfit is.
Yeah, so like what I would like to see is possibly that Ryu picture that they have in the post, be that the whole side panel, and then you can put the Street Fighter 2 yellow underneath him towards either or above him, top of the cab or the bottom of the cab. But then on the bottom and the top, like they have on the bottom, do that cool, I forget what that is. It was like very early 90s, like it was on the Jordans at the time too. Do that artwork on the top and the bottom to really frame the picture. I would like that a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is community feedback. Let us know in the comments or in the chat right now what you agree with. So you're thinking that they can still do something that's not arcade accurate, but different than this. Or would you want the black with the original just poster? Because that's all it was, right? It was original black with just a poster. But you're thinking it could be closer to that.
I would prefer the poster. I think that like that's one of the things Arcade 1-Up did really well when they did the Capcom Legacy. That's what I would prefer. But if they're determined to have full side artwork, I think you do the picture of Ryu backwards, the full side, put the Street Fighter, you know, in a way that's easily readable. I just think what they've got there is atrocious. Like, it's such a contrast from the rest of the cab.
Yeah, a contrast of how gorgeous it looks might be. Get at, no, I was kidding. To each their own. To each their own. But
you love the artwork the way it is?
I do.
You were like, don't change it.
I was like, it looks. I mean, I didn't. I personally, again,
change it.
My first look at something is like, it looks good, right? If I nitpick at it, then yes, I can be like, yeah, maybe it can go over here, but it's not like it's ugly in my opinion. Is what I'm saying. Like, you could have a preference for the side art for things going this way, but yeah, that's just.
I still think the answer to this is we convince John to do like a Google form,
formal
bring in the data, right?
Yeah.
And then he looks at the data. He may still decide, like, I'm going with the original design.
Okay.
You know, but maybe the Wave 2 will be what you want.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm like, we don't have any control over.
That's your biggest
right?
complaint.
But what we can do is gather.
Is the side art really? Like, is that the community complaint? The thing that people?
I don't think he's gonna buy. Look. If we do it the way you're saying, Mike, are you gonna buy Alpha still?
I was never going to buy Alpha. I have no interest in Alpha. I like the games.
If John made the change, would you buy the Street Fighter?
Yes, that's the one I want.
Okay,
I was so excited when I saw this. You did a stream with me when I didn't know. Yeah,
there's a ton of people in this community that complain for the sake of complaining, but you're ready to put your money where your mouth is.
100%.
What is
damn
crap?
I told you to shut up.
Well, guys, here's a consideration though. If you
D-Lo. Someone just ruined the party.
What's that?
I'm moving.
What's going on, John D?
Hey,
Slim D.
Bro, Mason said it was okay.
Mason said it was
Mason, sit down here, Mason. Maybe you should go to the middle, Mason. Mason, you want to come here?
So, John, you didn't know they were doing this?
Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I did a
Bro,
huge.
this is your suite. Sorry.
We originally.
I don't know why.
snuck in and,
You know what? I was sleeping, and then I got woke up to all these voices. Sorry. Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
It's me. It's John D.
Hey, I'm trademark.
I'm pretty delirious, but you guys woke me up because I had. How much sleep did you get, man?
Not a lot.
It's been crazy. Well, you want to sit in the middle?
No, you're good, man. You're good. Yeah.
Okay.
This is your suite. So I mean, kind of
People talking smack about the artwork, huh?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Have you heard the noise? Have you heard any feedback on it?
yeah, especially from Michael B.
Oh, from Michael B. So Mike, you have an opportunity now publicly.
So if Michael B, if I change, let me get this right. If we change the artwork, Michael B will buy it.
That's right.
Can I hold him to that?
Yes.
I think so. It's now public. It's now forever for the internet.
How about we do this, right?
Mhm.
How about I'll have our designer Sean. He'll give like maybe 3 or 4 options, right?
There you go.
And if we change this, if this is not the #1 option, and it's not Michael B special. If Michael B hates it, he still has to buy it.
He has to buy it.
He still has to buy it. He still has to buy it, right?
It's gonna have Street Fighter even larger on the side,
I'm gonna
sideways.
put a whole bunch of Street Fighters like in a pattern.
Random.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have a whole bunch of characters, right? And have a whole bunch of characters, and it's not even be Capcom characters.
Just not even in the game. Just wow.
I'll have Capcom characters. I'll have like
Oh, you motherfuckers!
I'll have Disney characters. They have like title characters.
You want to build a snowman?
Okay, look. Okay, you know what? That's why this is not complete yet. You know?
Yeah.
We're like 80, probably 88, 85% there.
But there are some people that do like the original one. So
hey,
yeah.
they'll get to both.
Yeah. So
They'll
there's
get
that.
to both.
There's
Yeah,
that.
like, here's the thing. Like, honestly, that's John. That's the only real complaint most people have is
not most
like
people.
the artwork.
Just you.
It's not just me.
And John, just before you came in, just before you came out, I was going to bring up the.
That's one in the chat. If it was only Michael B complaining.
Do an unbiased poll. Don't do a biased poll. do an unbiased poll and get honest feedback. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm okay.
Hey,
with
John.
that.
Hey, John. So what I was saying before you came on is that on this point of Michael, what he's talking about, but when you do a pre-order and people are putting money down with the current images, how I don't know how much you can deviate.
That's what they expected.
That. Right, when they
you know what, they can cancel the pre-order.
I mean, you have to consider that,
that's fair, right? If you wanted this big Street Fighter across the street, right? If you wanted that big, you're free to cancel your pre-order, or you can buy, extra, there's places where you can buy side art, right?
Yeah,
and you can have the original. But
yeah, so
I think
now, is there anywhere out there right out the gate? Say, for example, I pick this up and I'm like, man, that Street Fighter on the side is super jarring. I don't like it. Is there, like, say, a company maybe in the UK that could already have your design specifications that could do me new art?
There's many places. It's not just UK. There's a lot of places, but especially
with or without you.
Especially the UK.
You want to come? I'm sorry, I kicked out Justin. The reason why I kicked out Justin, I had made a huge mistake yesterday.
What's that?
I just wanted to say I made a huge, so I was giving thanks, right? Special thanks, and I forgot to thank one of the biggest people who were helping me out in the trenches, Mason Conrad. Like that was that was the
talk about it here. It's not
I do. That was the hugest. I like seriously, right? That was huge, And me and him, like we
kind of went through it.
We've never done anything like this.
This is our first time in person.
But we worked together a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
back in the day.
As much like we were in the ring or we were in the trenches, I didn't sleep. Like when people were seeing that video yesterday, I was like, I wanted to cry because I was so tired. So that's my energy. My energy was so low.
That was from midnight the night before last all the way to
this is how I look.
Yeah, so give us the now behind the scenes.
Just really quickly, onto he's given Mason some kudos. He's given Mason some kudos. So let's continue it. So, John, whatever you're paying Mason, I got to tell you, it's not enough. Like that graphic.
That's why I'm working with him.
That graphic that's on the Iconic Arcade website, like the video package splash screen that comes up, is awesome.
Thank you, Mike.
But
that's really nice.
You guys hired this guy. No.
What?
Where's this guy? No.
I'm so confused.
Okay. Hire this guy.
Yeah, Mason is incredible. Like the video work and stuff he did for you. And he might work with other companies in the home arcade space too. Some of the video work he's done, I'm very impressed with. Not just a thumbnail guy. Check him out.
I have a question. If John D makes the artwork change, will you buy thumbnails from Mason?
No.
I knew it. And that's okay.
I love Mason. I like making thumbnails. I like the creative process.
You like his style
that's
as well.
Why you should do it, though.
I do like his style. I can just steal it.
But no, thank you, Mike.
Okay, but yeah, man, I just woke up. This is the first time I slept for like 72 hours.
Yeah. Just about.
It's been fun to see the launch happen, and us being here together is a fun moment for the home arcade community. But you did this a lot for this community to kind of launch it this way and make the announcement. So tell us about your vision and how you felt about the launch.
It was interesting. It's the first time where I didn't do any marketing behind it. Zero. I wanted to see could you really market a product directly to our small community and loud community without doing any type of marketing spend, like word of mouth, right? And that was a huge risk and a huge experiment. But I really wanted to see, when I picked the partners I picked with, Iconic Arcade, they thought that was crazy. But I said, I'm making this product not for the masses. I'm making this product for our community. It's 100% real, right? I'm making this product, and I get emotional, man. I hate that, man.
You should.
John, Iconic Arcade, there was a rumor that you were working with them a little while ago, and I was like, that's crazy.
You said there's no chance.
No way.
Yeah, I said that to you.
No,
I said that to you.
I called Mike and said, hey, Iconic Arcade, they're dropping their price. I want you to cover them.
Buy a $50 control panel, bamboozle the market.
Right? Because I want people to pay attention to Iconic Arcade. So when I come out, right, then people know about it. And I told
Michael
you
Bean's
that's
chill.
that's 100% true. That's 100%
You didn't even know it.
But like, how did this partnership come about? Because like, honestly,
what do you want to know?
What you've developed, like, you've taken Iconic Arcade and what you're doing right now, you've taken them from kind of a little bit of a community joke because of the artwork and how out of culture they were with what they were getting into in home arcade. Like, no one looked at that and said, that's a really good product. Now all of a sudden they've got a new logo, they've got a very hot product, they're all of a sudden a player. How did you choose them as the partner? What was the fit?
You want to know the real reason? This is crazy. I've only told, I don't even know if I should say it in public.
Yes, who cares? No one's watching.
Show your face, Michael P.
I'll say it. I'll say it. And all you have to do is smile if I'm right.
Okay.
What John did, he knows how to put magic in a bottle. He knows how to take, and he wanted to prove it by taking the company that has the worst reputation in home arcade and make them the #1 company in home arcade. And everyone in the community will know he did that. And that's why he chose Iconic Arcade. Also, when he started to meet them, he realized they're quite wonderful people. And he wanted to work with someone that's not a bank, but is a family. That's what I'm thinking John did.
Wow. I mean, it's kind of close. But not really. Oh, gosh, should I really tell this story? Only a few people know the story. I got it prepared, you know.
All right, you can think
It's
about
been
that.
an emotional freaking few months.
Yeah. But you're here. You made it, man. You made it past kind of the big announcements. You know, I'll get to a couple of these super chats, but let me just ask one question before I do. There was a planned announcement time, but there was it kind of waited to the masses earlier than planned. So talk about that. Was that planned? Was that part of
that's totally planned. That was right out of the Arcade One Up plan book.
No,
You come up with it. You're gonna have an announcement. The website fucks it up for you.
No.
I know.
That's people thought it was intentionally. It wasn't. You know, in order, so there's a huge news cycle for when you have to put all your press releases in. There's a deadline. This is, you know, the first day of you know, CES. You have to have all your assets in at a certain time, like in the morning, and then so like 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock is when all. So if you miss that wave, and then you have to go to the next wave and everything else, and then all the assets. So we knew that. I knew that wasn't an ideal situation, David. But anyways, I'm not blaming him. I mean, this is a coordinated thing, but I knew that, okay, that's, you know, the cat's out of the bag, but I mean, it's nothing that I haven't been used to before.
Yeah.
It felt very home arcade on brand.
Old hat.
Exactly. I was like, this, I've heard this story before. But the key difference, though, in this story, it wasn't some random Randy's
No, it was our
Records
website
thing. It was the official website.
But this
with, I mean, Mason, when I saw the reel for the first time, I was like, it was the professional.
Thank you.
First impression was a good professional first impression. If it was a leak, it was a great.
It was his assets, because it wasn't. If they had the music on there, I probably would have felt a little
really
better.
hard.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but
Very
then, like,
nitpicky
it
now.
wasn't. Nah, and also the renders just sucks.
Yeah.
Those renders had nothing like. I mean, it was always like that. Remember the big blue ice scraper?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was the ugliest render ever. And then when you saw it in real life, right? Like, renders never do the thing justice.
Yeah.
But
All
so
they want to hear your story now. So
oh
all right,
gosh,
we're gonna
we
shut
got
up.
prepared for
All
it.
right, go ahead.
It's not that it's emotional. I've just been emotional for the past 3 months.
All right.
Sorry.
We'll give you alone time. All right,
No,
Mason,
no,
go.
no, it's okay. No, I want you here.
We'll play some music, you know.
No, yeah.
something like that.
There we go.
Why did I do this? No. Mason, how about you go first while I get prepared for that?
What's my question?
My question is, like, how crazy of a fucking ordeal was this?
I think what happened.
Good question, bro.
Okay, so yeah, so you reached out December 8th, 9th.
Yeah.
You called me and
Yeah.
you said, "Hey,
Let's just see.
I need all of these things by January 5th." Now,
No problem.
I work well under pressure, and
Yeah,
so
you
it's
do.
one of those
But
things
this is
where
different.
it was.
Yeah,
It's.
fucking different.
I think this is a much more corporate-y. So I for those that don't know, I typically work with YouTubers, and so sometimes I work with companies. I worked with. Should I just list them now? Arcade
Sure.
One Up, Ad Games, Unico, Castlemania Games,
Toy
Video
Star.
One Up. No. And so like there's a good handful of companies in this community that I've had a part in helping out and being able to work with, and it's always so fun. But there's something different with working with this guy. He's fun, and I have a lot of creative freedom, and I've always appreciated that. But the thing is, like, when I have 27 days or something to do this, there's a little bit more pressure because there's a lot more eyes on it than a YouTube video or whatever. Like, everybody's doing reactions to this thing that I made. Now, we have a timeline for this, right? It's January 5th. Now, if I don't get this done.
But the timeline, but let me know. The timeline's like there's Christmas.
Yeah.
That whole week you can't even work.
Right.
And then after New Year's, it's done, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So there's two timelines. We need all this stuff within this month. And then once I get to Las Vegas, we have to do all these other things by the next night. And so there's those two things.
He worked during the holidays. So I was.
And
he's used to it. He used to work for At Games.
so we get this going. We start getting a flow. We get the style right. And so once New Year's rolled around, we plowed through the rest of it. Now it's time for Vegas, and this is kind of where the story really starts, I think.
Yeah.
Like, so the first full day, you were not around, so I explored Vegas because what else am I gonna do?
Got some escorts.
Yeah, no, I did not. And so the next day, we met up around noon, 1 o'clock-ish, I think. And that day, the plan was to be able to come to the hotel suite and be able to get everything set up and start filming, because we both knew this would be a very long night. And, with that said, people were coming in and out. They're hanging out and, helping set things.
They're hella helping me.
Yeah. And so, like,
they're not doing that work. I'm just eating it.
And, of course.
Great, guys.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And so there's so much to do just for the preparation of this video, because I can't do anything until it's set up. Like, nobody wants to just see the backdrop. Like, that's not the video. That's not the highlight. So I did all the animation prior to this trip so we could focus on this. Well, both calves we needed for the shots didn't get done until midnight-ish. Maybe 12:30.
Oh, God, it was late. It was late.
It was done at
midnight. Once everybody left, you guys all headed out, and I looked at him, and I'm like, wait a second. It's 1 a.m. We have to start this, like, yesterday. We should have started this yesterday.
But did you tell him that we couldn't go live?
Oh, yeah. So
that's a big part of it.
Yeah. So the reason this all happened,
that's why I felt so uncomfortable,
was because we were originally going to do this as a live stream on Justin Wong's channel. And because of the crappy Wi-Fi here, you would think it's a hotel in Las Vegas. It can't be that bad. It was. Making YouTube thumbnails even. I was doing some work that day prior. It's crashing. Reload, crash. It's just not reliable. And so we're like, all right, we need to pivot, and so we ended up having to pre-record the video.
That was horrible.
And that's really why this overnight thing became an overnight thing.
Oh yeah, and also, well, so then we had a script, and of course, and everything, and I was practicing the script, and then I kind of read it to like console kids, right? And he goes, "You got to put more heart into it. You got to remember why you're doing it." And I go, "Fuck." And then so I had to really kind of change everything. I'm not blaming him; he was actually right, And then so I had to kind of like really reflect, like, what is this about? So. Anyways, it was. And we'll continue that story. I think the question was, why did I choose? Well, what was the decision for Iconic and Arcade, right?
I think let's just cut to the chase.
Yeah,
we have some people in here that are saying, "Listen, let John speak. Let John speak."
Yeah, I will.
And I think the reason
is because I can't speak right now.
Just try, bro.
There's a hesitation because I think that most of us work hard, but when some people work hard, the payoff takes so much longer to get to.
Yep.
And I think that's what John is realizing now. But I think now is the time for everybody else to shut the hell up and just let you say whatever it is you want to say, brother.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'm ready. Let's just say it, So
you got this.
You got this. You got this. Let him see that passion. Let me see that heart.
So, why don't you just tell us the story of how this came together?
This is such a build-up. Look, after Arcade went up, I didn't know what I was going to do, right? I seriously didn't know what I was going to do. Would I join another company? I could always go back to marketing, right? I could always go back to license. But actually, I just had to figure it out. Like, what's my calling? And I called a couple companies because I go, you know what? something inside me is telling me I should just do it myself, right? But I don't got money, you know. I'm not making anything anymore. So I called up a couple people in our category, trying to see, hey, you know, this is my vision. This is what I want to make, right? You know, some people go, oh, I don't know. And some people say, yes, yes, yes. You know, like I went to At Games. I went to IT. I went to a lot of other companies, and it's just, you know, I love those companies. Don't get me wrong, right? But they had their own different lane. Arcade One Up has their own different lane, right? But I really believe, like, you know, there's something missing. You know, there's a space here that people that's not being fulfilled. You know, there's a whole fan base that wants something bigger, something better, right? And then it was really like after New Year's, you know, I saw this company called Iconic Arcade, and they, you know, they were at what's that German show, Gamescom?
Yeah.
Right. They had a whole bunch of these ugly ass cabinets.
Yeah.
It was thin.
Maybe.
Yeah, the wood is
Oh,
rough. Like like when you get up to it,
it was
it's
ugly,
easy.
dude. I tell them myself that it was ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
But
were looking at the newer cabinet too, the one that's actually better
no, I was
looking.
looking at the old school one.
Oh, the old
pink
school one. Yeah, the pink one is horrible,
Yeah, I was,
horrible looking, and the wood was super thin.
it's
Yeah,
super
I
thin. It's like 8
100%.
millimeters.
Oh, it is so small.
It's
Like
8
Oh,
millimeters,
oh
dude.
God,
8
man.
millimeters.
yeah,
dude.
it is paper thin. The arcade is 100%.
Yeah, it was 8 millimeters. But I go, you know what? I mean, it's like who actually has experience, right? Because you can't take any small company who's never done this before and think they can do it, right? I just know from experience you can try, right? I mean, if you're doing desk stuff, it's definitely hard, you know, because the bill of materials is so complex, and I mean, even Arcade One Up, right? Our first 3 waves, always something wrong, right?
Yeah.
But I had to then that kind of narrowed down my choices. I wasn't even thinking about Iconic Arcade until I woke up one time after New Year's and just said, you know what? Maybe, right? Because for me, my philosophy is it only takes one product to turn around an entire company. I seen that with At Games. I remember At Games had these bargain bin stuff that are going Target buy for $5, right? And then At Games came out with their ultimate, and all of a sudden they go, oh damn, this is good.
Right.
And then from that one product alone, right? They kept their lane. They said, we're just gonna go this way. I saw that with Pelican. I saw that with, like, you know, these old, you know, the old school, and they, you know, like Razor, not even Razor, was it who Mad Cat? Mad Cat used to be Pelican or somebody. Anyways, like I was involved with Mad Cats when they said they wanted to do a Street Fighter 4 stick, right?
Yeah.
They said we want to do a real one, and they, what? You guys doing some bargain bin stuff?
Y'all stepping it up now.
But you know, that one product, so I believed in that, right? That I truly believe in philosophy. It takes really one product to, but then after that, you really got to keep that brand going, right?
True.
So this is the truth. I woke up and I went to Iconic Arcade's website, right? Because I couldn't find them anywhere on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And I have a big network, right? And no one
You would
like
think you would know. Yeah.
yeah. So I went to the customer service site. And it said,
I
put it in a ticket. I totally put it in ticket, right? And I said, hey, you know, my name is John D. You know, I used to be formerly Arcade One Up.
Right.
If you'd like to talk, you know, this is my phone number and the email. This is all true, right?
Oh my God.
The next day, the CEO calls me.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's crazy.
And then we started talking, right? I said, like, hey, you know, I seen your cabinets. I don't really like them, but you know, they're okay. But like, you know, tell me about like the process of how you made these, right? They go, oh yeah, you know, we're working with this factory. All this. I said, what's your goal? I mean, is this like one and done, or are you know, is this something that you really want to be like a long-term thing, right? And they go, yeah. And so it kind of started from there, right? And we started getting to know each other, started getting ideas, and also a lot of people don't know is they're backed by the Lenovo company.
Oh wow!
So,
didn't know that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Not many people know about that. So they're backed by the Lenovo company subsidiary Medion, who is a who is basically like Lenovo in Germany. Like Lenovo Medion in Germany is like actually bigger in terms of the brand than Lenovo.
Oh, really?
Either way, I knew they were legit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said, if they just came out with a good product, I think this is the right one, because again, if you're talking about people who are making this size scale, there's only a few companies doing it, right? So that's kind of how it is. And they, I told them, this is what I want to make, and this is exactly what I want to do. This is the price point, all of it, and and they believed in it, and you can never get every single thing that you want.
Sure.
But at least they
yeah. That's side art, son of a bitch, isn't it?
I guess it was fate.
That's awesome, John.
Sorry, that was a long answer. But
no, it's what people in the chat have been wanting to hear. Absolutely, we got a 7. This is Canadian money, so I don't even understand
how much
it.
Is that, like
it's not really worth anything. No,
18 cents US.
It's 68 cents right now. It's trending at it. Boosted up a little bit when Trudeau got out of office.
It might be worth when you're the 51st state. It might be worth something. Rights Retro K. Thank you so much for your $6.99 Canadian super chat. Great to see you back, John.
Thank you.
Your new cabs look great. They look great.
Okay.
Like a lot of people are adapting.
The rest of my super chats for me.
You know what? If you could just sit back, and I'll just read.
We're parsing it out right now.
And listen, we got
takeover right now.
We got Jason. We got Jason gifted 10 memberships to the Kongzo Rush channel.
That's absolutely not going to do anything.
Get in here, baby.
I mean, I like you
John,
doing the work.
John,
before he leaves, because I'm gonna do a lot of content with Mason, my one-up show. I want Mason to be like the co-host and everything. You hear a lot about him in the coming future. He is freaking the man, and
no, you can swear on
the man.
No, wait,
that doesn't sound.
I really wanted to say this because, I mean, I really want to say this. So.
Mason's a shill.
Come on, Justin. I want the real shill that I paid $100.
Yes, sir.
So.
Give me $100.
Yeah, I paid you $100 to come.
One quick thing: if you're gonna get him to be on camera, you're gonna have him get him to shave that mustache. That is brutal, man.
Good.
Okay. Let's talk about this. All right. I'm gonna show you how John has a horrible memory. Okay. Let's see, John. When you worked at Arcade 1-Up, how many free cabinets did you send me?
0.
No, it's
no. Okay. One time,
think about it.
Did I sell you the?
You sent me 0. David McIntosh sent me 1.
Wait. Did I?
You never hooked me up ever.
No,
it's Dmac that gave me 1.
I can count probably in one hand how many free cabs I've given anybody.
How many have you given Retro Ralph?
No, I personally haven't.
How many? It's all Dmac. Blame Dmac.
No, but even then, I think I gave Jade 1. What's up, Jade? Shout out to you. Twisted, I gave 1 too.
They're the ones calling me a shill. What the hell?
Hey man, I don't want to get.
You didn't even give it. You didn't give me anything.
Disclosure.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a time crisis.
All right.
So
I'm trying to figure out who else I give cabs to. Did I give you a cab?
You gave me a discount.
I gave you a discount.
Yeah, he gave some discounts out. So
I gave you a cab.
Time crisis.
I gave him time crisis.
Yeah.
No, only because he wanted
Shill, not me.
Only because he wanted to reveal it and showcase it at that bar at that
Yeah.
beer.
okay, so
Okay.
no
How
one
many
cares
did you
about who
buy?
got free cabs or anything like that. 0. John gave me
Mike
discounts on
got
2
two
cabs.
cabs from Cyrus.
Oh yeah. He gave.
Whoa.
I got 1. Yes. So really quickly, John, there is a bunch of questions here that are serious questions. Like another one is, what lessons did you learn from the experience at Arcade 1-Up that you've implemented into these cabs to make them better? Because a lot of people are saying, oh, these are Arcade 1-Up cabs. So why are these better? Can you explain that?
I think on the most part, everything I'm trying to do is from the feedback that the community has given me. It's not new ideas. I mean, you guys tell every time, like even from wave 1 to wave 2, wave 3. Look, they know this. I read everything. I watch everything, and so it's
You and Rexer are the only people that I know that watch every single stream.
I think his name is Rexer.
Every single comment,
Rexer.
every single one. Dude, you're more into home arcade than the people in the home arcade community.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, so what's different? Nothing's different. It's what's different is Arcade 1UP has a certain style that they want to do, and this is my style. My style comes from what you guys want. You guys want, so there are people who want 3/4 scale. I'm not doing that. But so if you want 3/4 scale, go buy it from other people. Yeah, I'm totally good with that. I felt like I've always wanted to do something more arcade accurate. I think
except for Street Fighter artwork, right?
Well, that's why I want to talk about that. I'll talk about why I did that too. But 9/10 scale. 9/10 scale is because this is 67 inches tall, right? And the HS1 was 75. So you divide 67 by 75, you get 89 points. Some.
I'm
right?
losing it on the math.
But also we want a BOE screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Mike B says we should have 26 speed.
I'm just saying there's room. Like if you
there's no room. There's no room. And the reason why is if you put 26 inches here, then you have to have at least a 28-inch bezel, right? And then now the proportions of the HS1 gets all messed up because now you have to have an even taller, I think, for sight lines, and then the width, it just doesn't work that way. But
can you get the could you get 699 with a 26-inch?
No, not at all.
It sounds like your target was
I wanted a 699 price point.
Yeah.
But think about this. So like what's different? It's not anything different from what we want. We want a nice marquee, right? Nice lit marquee that's reverse printed, right? We want a nice BOE screen, right? We want better buttons. Look, I can't do real buttons, not at $699, okay? We want a fake coin door, faux, not fake.
Yeah.
We want a waterfall design.
I love that, by the way. I love that.
It's 3 pieces, right?
Yeah, so I really wanted to do
artwork.
I'll eventually do a molded one-piece
Wait,
design.
eventually? As in you're going to have more products
Mark II?
beyond 2025?
I mean, if I were to.
Okay, if I were
to. Okay. And what else? I mean, I want expandability. I want HDMI out. I want USB outs. I want a Wi-Fi that's at least 5G. I want Ethernet. I mean, there's nothing different.
Why did you go with a Pi 5? Why didn't you just go with a Pi 4?
Because Pi 5 allows me to do online games with the more advanced, more powerful games. Like so, theoretically with a Pi 5, you could do 4-player simultaneous Naomi games, right? And you can it's something that is very powerful, and you have a huge community. So I saw a video that someone did a PS3 game.
All right. Well, since we're talking on the Pi topic, no, we have some old super chats.
Yeah, let's just
people
go through
were
it.
really asking. Retro Lizard was asking, what Pi 5 is included? Do you know which model? Because there's like 8 gig, 4 gig. Do you have any particular idea?
Yeah, y'all, you ain't gonna like this, okay? It's a 2 gig model, but I'll tell you why. Pricing for one. But when I was talking to my developers, I said, hey, can you do what I need to do with 2 gigs? And they said yes, right? So, a lot of people who are going to say, like, let's talk. We're going to have a tech talk soon. I'm going to have tech talk with people who love talking about the Pi 5 and the RK, and we're going to go on there. And, maybe I'll bring my developer up and I'll say, okay, look, if I want to do, say, is it Gigawing or Gigawing? I don't know how to say it.
Gigawing.
I say Gigawing.
I want to do Gigawing 2, right? Because for me in that game list, that's probably the Naomi game that I have, right? If I want to do Gigawing 2, if I want to have 4 players online, right? Can I do it with a 2 gig memory? And then it said yes. Okay, so I went with that.
But
okay, but also if you wanted to upgrade, and if you really don't want a 2 gig, right? You can buy your 4 gig and 8 gig, and there'll be no problems.
Right. So you could buy the upgraded hardware, take your SD card, put it in the more advanced Pi 5, and you're good to go.
We were looking into the Rock chip too, right? The Rock chip is an amazing chip, right? The Rock chip is amazing. Power wise, you I can go to AI and I can say, hey, what's the difference between Rock chip and Pi? And then they'll tell you. Everyone knows, right? Rock chip for raw power is the best. I remember when I was helping, with the Saturn development. Saturn development had 2 different cores and everything else, super hard to develop for. You cannot, even though the straight number says this is powerful, unless you can actually harness it, it doesn't mean anything. So that's one thing. And also, like the Rock Chip company only supports business to business support. They don't support the community. They just don't. Rock Chip, I mean, Pi 4 does.
Pi 5?
And Pi 5 does as well. But let me finish real quick, okay? So community support and development support is super important, right?
So you're talking about like a Pi 5 input driver, because it's supported by a community, would likely to be higher quality than those of a Rock Chip, because each individual company is building the input driver. It's not as well shared.
It's not well shared because there's agendas here, right? If it's B2B, and Rock Chip's is only supporting them, then if you're a company and you're doing amazing work with a Rock Chip and you're spending your own development, you think you can share that with another
developer? You're not going to share it
with
another company.
You don't.
But because Pi 5 is more of a community-based open source, there's a little bit more better sharing.
And
you can leverage that open source. You can leverage that. Platform.
And it's because it's all integrated essentially by the Pi Foundation.
I see.
Right? Drivers, everything else, right?
And this is not you're using a Pi 5. You're certified with the Pi 5. How's that work? I don't understand how.
What do you mean?
So there's you buying a Pi 5 and putting it in your machine.
Sure.
And then you have an arrangement with them. Is there?
Yeah,
anything?
we have an arrangement with them.
Okay.
We're an official partner with them. Okay, you'll see a press release, and the way that's important is because we have the marketing support, we have the tech support, all of that stuff. And we're really the only kind of official product that they support, that we're able to brand it and everything else.
So you're just your product is a $699 case.
Yes,
it's
a very expensive.
It's a big
It's the most expensive Pi 5 case you can get on the market.
It's like that all-inclusive kit that you can build yourself.
So
it's a great project, right?
Guys,
Guys,
super chat really quickly from G-Force guy.
Why you do super chats? I'm gonna go back to them.
Okay,
it'll take a while.
All right.
No, John.
You guys do super chats first. All
right.
He's got to pee. All right.
We have old super chats.
No, I just wanted to do the one from G-Force guy. This is actually console fanboy, and it's so on par for him because this company's been alive for one day, and he's already like, oh, "Come on, guys, when are you gonna do Mortal Kombat?"
Let me do Mortal Kombat. We'll put that back up when John gets back. He really needs to go take a piss.
We'll ask him if Midway is a possibility.
Even John coming back, I'll just share. And people are saying like, this is a John Knows Brown nosing party. So first off, fuck you. Do this better if you can. If you want to come in here and talk shit, because this was meant to be a casual stream where we brought Justin and I just to kind of talk. And John, with no pressure, was like, hey, like, should I come on? Should I not? And so it's really just an opportunity to share and have a good time with everybody.
It's also a celebration of a brand new product.
Yeah, that's all it is. So I just wanted to
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, enjoy yourself and have fun. And
some people are gonna have their opinion. Let them
relax.
That's it. Okay, let's get back to some old super chats here.
Here we go.
Stringer was way back, said John D is so money. He licensed It's Me. So thank you so much.
No, he did not license that motherfucker.
But James does say,
yeah, but Mike didn't license It's Me
not
from the wrestler he stole it from.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's true. It's true. But he has it on good authority. It was only Michael B. So James Hates Everything was backing you back up on that. All right, Retro Lizards, we answered this question about the Pi 5. Michael Suna says, are you able to do deck with the plastic deck protector that's similar to the IR Arcade? I don't
this is interesting.
This is a big topic.
Mostly,
yeah.
There's a lot of comments about with or without the deck protector.
Yeah.
We were told that the final version
will not have
a deck protector.
No.
Like the HS5, right?
Like the
goal is to have it where the
polycarbonate laminated
polycarbonate laminate, so you don't need it, so it'll last longer, it won't smudge. And if you've not, because not a lot of people got that cabinet, so people are worried that it's going to be like old artwork that'll smudge.
That's fair.
But it's good quality, right? So
that's
the whole point is that like
those first generations
won't need
didn't have the issue, absolutely. But the new printing does not. And if you're talking about aftermarket artwork, it's even more. It's more tough.
Yeah. All right.
That's the word.
Order questions here about hardware we're using. They are HAP clone or HAP style, and then SamWa style buttons that are convex. But you could almost like them. They have clicky switches, more like a traditional HAP style button. So that's what's here.
So far, the feedback is the HAP stick seems to be fine.
Good.
Yep. And by using a HAP, they're going to mold it so it's a larger interface anyway. If you wanted to swap to anything else, it's probably easier when they ship it with hats. And then the Sanwa style buttons, Justin Wong does not like, but he also has a large influence on this project.
Yeah,
he's going to work with them to get better buttons. I would expect if you're interested in the pre-order at this time, there's no guarantee that they're going to get the buttons and the sticks correct. It's very possible that if you want to commit today, that you're going to be upgrading probably the buttons. I think the
which is like
The stick is pretty good.
sticks and buttons, like the real Sanwas and or haps, maybe like a $30 upgrade per side, if tops.
But
and so like $50.
Hopefully
for
they'll
both
get it
sides.
right, and the final production version will be to your liking.
The big point is, if you want to upgrade,
You
it's a
can.
direct swap, no modification needed. If you
Yes.
want to go with real hap IL,
You can.
You can.
I will say there might be some space issues depending on the panel. That like a real hap has the whole screw down, and
It's
it kind
got
of
the
so there might be
Yeah.
some space issues. I saw the space in there. All right.
Plenty
all
of
right,
space.
all right.
So one of the things that this goes back to my point about what lessons do you learn from Arcade 1-Up. I love the fact that this cab is so easily open to the community with the pie and stuff like that. But also, if you aren't going to be able to put the real buttons, a lot of people do like to upgrade the stuff. One of the big problems with Arcade 1-Up is they glue everything the fuck down. There's an extra level of work.
Look, to be honest, like it's the manufacturer that does that, and they're using the same manufacturer supplier.
So it's probably going to be done.
Very
could be the
possible it's
same.
going to be the
That
same
could happen.
glue.
Yeah. That's true. Vaisal, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Love this old school retro arcade community. Feeling good about the future.
There you
Sounds good. Ezekiel. We all love Ezekiel.
The hats are fire.
The hats are
Too many logos.
This is a good example.
Too many
on
logos.
John
Fire.
D.
There's
Wait,
not
Mark,
enough logos.
Too many
more
logos.
logos.
Sure.
Do you want to give away?
Can we give away a hat?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to give away a hat.
We're
open the
giving
giveaway.
away a media wave.
Now, I want to mention this because it's a shout out to John. It's pretty cool because John, think about it. What John did was he partnered with a whole bunch of companies that he had to partner with. Like you're partnering with Iconic Arcade because they are the company that already has an existing product out there,
Correct.
and you're enhancing it and things like that. There's all these partners that are outside of the community that he has to partner with to get a product out there. However, there's other people within the community that he's also partnering with to make this product. Mason Conrad has been a part of the community for 5 or 6 years, making Bobby Vu has been a part of it, and Ezekiel,
The Chicago Retro Ranger.
right?
The
He worked with him specifically
one
and said,
and
"I want
only.
you to make my hats."
All right, so Ezekiel, you are now going to be promoted, and somebody will win one of your hats. So we
Your
are
hats.
doing a giveaway right now. So what you need to do is type in.
Ashley's gonna win.
Ashley.
His name is Ashley. You cannot subscribe. You cannot.
Cannot.
That
You
joke
cannot
is
enter-
never gonna
It's
get
never
old.
gonna go
right?
away.
His name's
Never
Ashley.
gonna
You
go away.
can't
All right.
All right, in the chat,
Type it
Media
in right
One
now.
Up.
Hashtag Media One Up for
Hashtag Media 1-Up.
a Media One Up hat. We'll put this on. And once we have 291 people. Once we get to 200 people, we'll hit the button. and
Listen,
go from
if
there.
you're on a TV, go grab your phone, type in the chat, Media One Up. Let's try to get like near 100%
That would be cool.
participation.
That would be
Come on,
awesome.
get off your ass and go put in the
Show 'em the
hashtag.
hats.
You could win this hat.
Make dreams
Whether you
come
love or
true.
hate John, you'll get something for free. Come on.
What
let's
is-
do it.
Can you explain
I
how
love
these
the
joints-
front of the hat. I love
Yeah?
the front of the
All
hat.
right, people have been asking about both that and 333.
Yeah.
So come on in here and
Yeah.
talk about that.
Talk about
And
the
while
3-2.
you are putting in the hashtag Media One Up, make sure you hit that like button.
Aw,
Like
Smash it, baby.
thanks, D Love. All right, tell him.
So John D Joint is a collaboration brand, like Supreme or Off White or everything, right? And so it's likely you're not going to see it in. You may see it in packaging, everything else. It's a collaboration brand. So anything that has a John D Joint in it, and I'd be working with different companies. There's a certain level of quality that you should expect from it. So it'd be like Iconic Arcade X John D Joint, or it could be like Unico X John D Joint.
Okay.
But it's a collaboration logo. But when you see these logos, I wanted to represent something that is of quality and like Jordans. If you have Jordans, then you know what to expect from that. Or if you have
you're adding that
the
brand.
Travis version of the Jordans.
So then, how do
right?
you distinguish that versus like Media One Up?
So Media
versus-
One Up is just
Yeah.
it's my LLC.
Okay, got it.
You know, it's just the you know, and then
Mhm.
John D. Jones just
It's like your personal brand.
It's my personal brand. You won't see it like outwardly everywhere. I
Yeah.
mean, you may see it on a splash screen. You may see it on a little bit on it, you know, the end of a trailer and all that. So that's all that is.
Yeah. All right. We're close to 100 people. 95 people have put in hashtag Media One Up. It's only a single entry
Get
per
the numbers
person.
up there.
So yeah, let's get it up there while we answer some more super chats and things here. So again,
No. Before there's a super chat there from Chien you should get to. I gotta go, so I just wanted to ask one question. One thing that people have been asking John about the community is some of the games on there, like what is it? Like on the Arcade One Up, there was Captain Commando, for example. Some of the games are multiple people games, more than two. You mentioned like, can this run a 4-player online? So is there a possibility that some of the games that, even though it's a 2-player control panel, really were 3-player arcade games, now you're going to have 3-player options online with the Pi?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're saying just because I don't know. I mean, like, you know, if you have a 2-player panel, you can play a 3-player game with someone else online, right? Two local, one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm understanding the question.
No,
Yeah,
that's 100% it, right?
2 local, you know, 1 online, or 3 people, you know, in different areas. The thing that hasn't been done yet that we're working on is having the Yobi game have 4 players in different locations, and that's why I chose the Pi 5 on there, because there's other Capcom games that do that, and so I want to future-proof it that way. The Pi 5, man, I mean, I'm telling you, the power of the Pi 5 is just going to get, you know, even more powerful because of the community. I think I was saying, like, I saw a PS3 game,
Emulation,
a simple
right?
emulation. You never thought that was going to be even possible, but then now with more people optimizing it, you're going to see more of that.
It's still early in its life cycle.
It's only been out for a year and 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. So the community will continue to make it stronger, and that's like one of the best things.
Yeah. So I mean, and I like the fact that it's not a specialized single board computer, a customized ones, because we've had those problems in other companies where we build our own circuit board, we put our chip in there, you only can put a few inputs, you can never have HDMI, and then all of a sudden they crap out because in real world tests, like, there's going to be a higher error rate versus something that's been tested that you know is a known quantity, and if there's any errors, well, you know what, you can return it, to us if there's a defect, or you could, if you can't wait for that, you can buy one, from Amazon and everything else. I like that accessibility about it. It's hard to find even rock chips or whatever it is anymore. I'm not talking bad about it. If I had the rock chip 3588 while we're doing Marvel, because remember, it wasn't, remember Marvel vs. Capcom 2? It wasn't even available by
at
then.
a commercial level.
Yeah, we would have been able to. We would have been able to do
The
MVC2
rollback,
online rollback and all that. Now with this, easily.
Yeah.
Interesting. So Chiang's got a super chat B. You should go look for it because he brought it up.
I do. Yeah. Just I'll get there in a second. So great to see you back. Thank you, Rights Retrocade. Thank you, Jason, again for those. And Chiang, this is probably, there are people since the fighting game community. You love Retro FGC, right?
I've been a part of
it. There's a strong community that is very interested on the online play and the input lag. So what can you tell folks like Chiang, who runs the Facebook group that he posts a lot in that group, live streams for the SF2 Arcade One Up cabinet. So what do you want to say to these folks about improving input lag?
I mean, like, I have an amazing development team, right? That are experts in rollback and input lag and everything else. And they helped me do as much as they could with MVC2, right? But it wasn't as powerful. But now that we have a powerful chipset like this, my development cost goes way down. So in terms of tournament play and all that, these guys, I mean, we're going to do the best we can, and it's going to be a great experience, in terms of rollback, with input lag, all of that. And because this is a chipset that, other people in the community, right, say that they get stuck, someone else can find a more efficient way to get these things done. That's what I love about the Pi community.
Yeah, it's no longer like when you were with Arcade One Up. I mean, you were trying to take chicken shit and make chicken salad a lot of times with these, trying to make it work on their chipset. Now you're you're working with something so much more powerful. Like your development costs are going to go right down.
It's a balance, right? I mean, you can come up with a very cheap chipset, but then you have to pay a lot of development costs just to squeeze the power of that. Now that we have a power, I think, I was talking nostalgia because you have more than enough power to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right. And I was talking to Keo too. I said, Keo, what's up? And do you see any downside? I've been talking to a lot of people in the community. Mystery Encoder didn't even call me back, but that's okay. But
he's busy, man.
He said he wants a Media 1UP hat though, so
Well, if I give him that,
maybe. All right, so Mystery Encoder, you can get a Media 1UP hat. All right, we're at 117 people in the chat putting Media 1UP.
I think the numbers are going down. I should leave now.
No, that's not the number. I'm talking about this right here.
Oh.
We have 300 people watching right
let's
now.
Let's get it to 200 and then.
All right, so yeah, make sure you type in hashtag Media 1UP to be able to get one of these awesome Media 1UP hats. The quality of this is good, but why the double logos? What's up with that? Is that an at games thing? What's with the double logo?
No, hold on.
One is the 333 and the other one is the John D joint.
Hold on.
Okay.
This was a surprise. I like it though. It was both. A lot of people wear their hats backwards.
Yeah.
So I wanted it over here.
Yeah.
But also because it's a circle logo. I don't know if you can see it on screen. So what I wanted was a small one. So you can see right here. It turned up big, but it's okay. I love it. I still love it. It's like, damn, he must really like himself. He's got two.
He's got two of the same things.
Hey, Chicago, I love it. I'm not criticizing it.
No, it's good.
Kind of like next, the Wave 2. Wave 2, these hats can have a small one like that right here. Right,
side one.
Yeah,
you gotta show.
Maybe maybe none right here. Right,
bring closer.
None right here. Okay, so
yeah.
Next time, Chicago.
Limited edition hat. Wave 1.
Yeah, none of this. Although I love it, and maybe just a small one right here.
That's when you wear backwards,
and I also probably don't want to put John D joint over here. It should just be like a Media 1UP logo right there. I
think you need more John D joint logos. I think it should be all over that. Like a John D joint collage hat.
I'm glad that you guys wear it. I'm gonna make one where it doesn't even have John D joint on it for sure. That's Wave 2. I feel weird when they wear that. It's like, damn, that guy.
We got really 3 super chats from GeForce guys about MKXL. They're all about MK. Patfly can handle it. Can you consider something about MK? You've always been a Street Fighter guy, but what do you think?
I think I already said my piece on MKXL, MK4. So I don't have the license to MK4.
Well, hold on. Keep in mind, Console Fanboy is going to clip everything you're about to say. Make it good.
I don't want to speak on MK for any midway games because other people have that. So I don't think it's a good look for me to talk about licenses that other people have.
Absolutely fair. Thank you. Very good. All right, Stringer Films. Thank you. Says now that you're no longer with 1UP, can you finally tell us who was the person in the back breaking all the deck protectors before this shipped out?
Absolutely.
Next.
Lots of jobs under the company and not a GoFundMe. Oh, Stringer Film, you have the best comments there. All right,
no drama.
All right, John D, is there room to mod the Happy IRO Eurosticks without using a rotary tool to make it fit? So
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
because right now we're still trying to figure if the IL stick can actually fit in this. We're gonna do our best.
Yeah. I mean, there is it's pretty much the same size as an IL stick currently. So the answer would be yes.
I don't know.
Stop it. Okay.
I don't want to make promises, but yeah.
All right. Canadian release in the future?
Yes, 100%.
You got this.
It's just not right away. So right now, so look, I'm at CES right now, and we're figuring out who our distribution is. It's up for bid. Every distribution company, it's up for bid. You want these? It's up for bid.
So it's possible that you will be.
No, we're going to ship.
You're going to ship to the state of Canada?
Yes. We were definitely going to ship to the 51st state.
Alaska.
Oh, say can you see?
Oh my goodness. All right, Ezekiel says he got you. So good feedback.
Good.
There it is.
No, I love it though.
Yeah.
Hey, Ezekiel, all my friends and family will love this. John D, I represent.
Yeah.
But it's great, man. I'm gonna pay for the next ones. Hey, he hooked us up for free, by the way.
Oh,
he did. He hooked it up for free.
Nice.
Don't ask him for free though, but he hooked it up. Just because actually he said, I really want to support you. I just want to support what you're doing.
That's why you partnered with them.
That's not. I would. I actually
No, he does
wanted to
good
go
stuff.
and buy these for him, and he didn't allow me to buy it from him.
Ah, there it is. Joel,
Take my shirt off.
it's Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays here.
Retro
so
Lizard.
$20 is 20.
I don't think we ever met. I think we need to go on a stream together one day.
Yeah, you got a lot of nerve. You've got a lot of nerve, Joel. My goodness.
I love that.
Man.
Well, you got to do it now.
My new company. It's called Buffalo Bill's
Body
lotion company.
Okay. All right. Whatchamacallit? Mike, did you have to go? Did you want to say anything else?
Yeah. I just wanted to say, John, like, congratulations. Obviously, this is a huge milestone for you. A lot of people, I know my buddy Paul Mindeman, he's super excited about this because we wanted more XL cabs and we weren't getting them. So thank you for taking that approach, doing them. We may have some disagreements about the artwork and stuff and what people like and different things like.
Disagreements is always okay. You know, now that I look at it, I kind of almost agree with Michael B.
See?
I can't actually, you know what? That logo is hella big. You know what? If it was my idea, you know what I would do? Let's.
What would you do? All right.
I would put this Ryu thing probably bigger and more in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, probably bigger more in the middle. I'd probably keep the red logo here.
Okay.
So these designs up here, this 90s designs, are probably like extended out this way. Probably extended out in the bottom.
He's moving too fast. Okay.
You know? What do you think about that, Michael? What if I did that?
That's exactly what I said earlier.
Yeah, right.
No, seriously. Go back.
Mike, are you trying to take credit for Glenn
I know.
getting a 26 monitor and this? You're
Yes.
just trying to force and influence your way into getting what you want?
You didn't watch the stream. Glenn gave me credit for that.
I know, but I'm just saying, but you want credit now for getting what you want?
I'm just saying it's funny. That is exactly what I said earlier.
Did
Take
you
the
not
Bayou
share
picture,
it?
make
I'm
it
gonna
more.
rewind. I'm gonna rewind the video.
You can 100%.
Mike, don't change it. You don't see. There's people that like it though. There are a lot of people that
listen. I'm only one person. Get some
Yeah.
community feedback. Just don't do it biased. Don't have like, one of like a certain person in the community do it or anything like that. Just do a form up and put it on like your official website and let people vote.
How about I do it
Get
on a
the feedback.
show? No, I probably
I
no.
think the Google form.
Google form on a website.
We can
good,
tell
and
people in our
and anybody
community
can
to
like
fill out the
yeah.
form,
It's a single
but
form that you
without
collect.
influencing them.
Yeah. Don't have like a community influencer put out a fucking poll. Do it from your website. Do it right.
No,
do
no,
it
no, no. That's
professionally.
not what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think like what website I can do it on, or what Facebook. No, I won't do it on that Facebook.
No Facebook from your website.
No, just put it out there, and then we'll put it out there.
No, I like the idea. No, I like the idea of changing different things. Like one thing. Should I do one change that I'm thinking about right now?
Talk about it. Speak on.
So there is a earphone jack here, right?
Mm-hmm.
A headphone. I wanted the headphone jack also to have like what's it called again?
Speaking. Oh, so you can do actual
Yeah, but
voice.
the Raspberry Pi 5 is hard for them to do it.
To
that
do voice that
right?
way.
So you can do it through a dongle, I guess, through USB, right?
That
But-
would work, yeah.
That's true. But also, people these days, my son does Discord a lot.
Mhm.
So I'm
Yeah.
wondering is how important it is. So one thing I'm going to ask community, right, is maybe we take that out and just put another button on there.
Oh,
Oh,
Right?
there we
But
go.
what if
just
you-
make it where
Yeah.
if you want headphones, do USB.
Do USB headphones.
Right. And then and I think that space here, I'll put it up to the pole.
You should
Right?
talk-
Should we take out that?
He didn't watch my video.
I didn't. I actually I don't watch your stuff.
I know nobody watches my stuff. It's terrible.
Yeah, well,
but yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll kidding aside. I do got to roll because it's like 1:30 a.m. here in Canada, and I got to work
Oh,
tomorrow.
you gotta
But
go?
John, yeah, congratulations.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
I'm really appreciative of what you've put out here. I was joking 'cause I knew it was going to be Street Fighter, but like I had no idea you were going to do like the original Street Fighter. I said it on my stream with Fox and them the other night. I was
No,
like,
I told
that's
you
what I
about
want.
that. We planned on it.
Did you really?
That's why we planned that.
Yeah.
No, we planned that. Remember, I called you. And
Oh
I
yeah,
said,
back when
why
you
don't
told
you
me to get the
say-
control panel.
Why don't you say you like this one, and why don't you cover Iconic Arcade? I did tell
Yeah.
you that.
Mike,
Nah,
but don't you want to know the answer to this question before you leave, though? What does John D think about Glenn's FU cabinet?
I like it. I mean, hey, the more the merrier, right? I don't think people are going to make a decision on should I buy John D's version or should I buy Glens. You know what I do like? I did like that rotating thing. I think that's cool. It's let me see. What else do I like about it? I'm like that he's using a 26-inch screen right now. I think that is a smart idea because I mean, if you're gonna pay that much money already,
yeah.
I mean, I think people would want to upgrade anyways to that. I like that Unico is going to work with him, and so that helps out everyone, right? I'm hoping to make a cabinet in the future that can do 19 and 26. The only issue for me is that at a 19-inch, the bezel seems to be, you know, a little big, but I think that's okay if it's just a black bezel with no artwork.
Gives you options.
Yeah, and again, I respect what he's doing, and I like it. If I had money, I'll probably buy one.
There it is. Very cool. All right, Mike, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for coming out, hanging out. D-Love, do you have any questions for John?
I just had to unmute. Oh no, I
Detroit. You know, how about the Lions? What's up with your Lions, though?
Oh man, Lions is kicking butt, man. They're going all the way to
I
the
know.
Super Bowl.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna take it.
Taking the trophy.
Right. Yeah.
KC,
all right.
the Lions. B Kong, I did watch your video, so I saw all the improvements that you suggested. I'm sure John D is going to take a look at that video and take.
Y'all watch it eventually.
They were all great ideas, obviously.
All right.
Well, I'm excited for it. The only question I had, I mean, obviously, as a Raspberry Pi, you know, I've worked with a lot of Raspberry Pis over the years and made mods to your previous company's mods. Now, when you hit the power switch, is that going to turn off all? Obviously, it's going to turn off all the powers and shut it down correctly so you don't corrupt the image on it. I'm sure you've already done that with your great developers, but that was the only concern I would have. That
well, I'm glad you bring that up because a lot of people are wondering what that red button is up there.
What's
for.
the red button?
Yeah, so that's a hard part. That's a hard power off, like a hard shutdown.
Okay.
And then the smaller one is like a soft reset because of the Raspberry Pi 5. Okay. You needed to have both, right? And I'm glad you brought that up. So a lot of people are wondering, why do you have two power buttons? Well, because of the Pi 5.
There are surge protectors though, where you can have master slave type of thing where you could shut off the Pi and that'll shut off the whole.
Why not have this too? And
two
the funny thing, everyone's saying, hey,
yeah, if you take a look at my Marvel mod, that's what he's talking about.
You did that?
Yeah, power down.
Yeah, so totally thinking about that. And totally,
you should put it on the survey.
Yeah, of all the extra things to
improve. How about, do you like that? Do you like that button right there? That should put that on the survey. You like
the on top of the cabinet, below the control panel, or where it's at.
Sativa. I you know why I like it there? Because it's a nice light. Look at that nice light. What is that?
Yeah.
I just want to press it.
It's possible you could move it, but also I think if you leave it there, they'll grow. They're just not used to it.
They're not used to it. I looked at it. I said I don't mind it. It's just like more lights.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Playing, you don't really see it.
You don't see it. But you know what? Well, that'll be another question.
Hey John, I was excited about your product. I made a little video. I shared it here, but I put that it was in Canada. I didn't realize you're not shipping to Canada yet. But
yeah, you can even go to the website, huh?
Yeah. Hey, B,
okay, don't worry about it. I promise you, after I do my meetings this week, that we're gonna be in Canada. I promise. Every time.
Step into the world of Street Fighter like never before with the iconic Arcade XXL Machines. These aren't just arcade machines, these are monuments of nostalgia. Bigger cabinets, bigger screens, bigger battles. Choose your champion. Master the classics with the Street Fighter II, the World Warrior, or dive into combos with Street Fighter Alpha 2. Exclusive limited edition pre-order, only available at iconicarcade.com. These machines won't be available anywhere else, so act fast. Use the QR code.
I'm hyped. That's the That's
You know
the
what?
Love special
Mason, you're
right
fired.
there.
Mason, you're fired.
That's the Love
You're
special.
fired, Mason. Hey, I love that. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, I appreciate that.
All right. We do have some weird things happening backstage right now. I don't know what this is. It looks like some sort of fuzzy thunder crystal ball happening. Who are you, mystery person?
Backwards cap. We already know who it is with the backwards cap. We gave it away. Hey guys, but the clock is about to strike midnight for me, so I got to run as well. But
you're out too. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, D-Love. All right. Appreciate you. Take care.
Yes, it could use more palm rest for sure. Just the shape of the cabinet, you know.
Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Home Arcade is back.
What's going on, Dubs?
Hey, before Dubs goes on, I called him. Remember when I called you the night before? I think it was the 6th at 10 o'clock. I said, Dubs. No one knows this, but keep refreshing Iconic Arcade.
Totally not true. Totally not true.
I called him up.
No, don't throw that out there.
Today, I called him up. I said, hey, around 8 o'clock, you'll find something.
Don't throw that out there because they'll run with it. But what you got? I'm just hopping on real quick. I did send John a nice little note earlier today. We'll keep that between us. Basically, the note said for the public statement on the note I sent John was, John, according to the experts and home arcade activists, all of our YouTube channels were dying. Thank you for breathing new life into our YouTube channels, because I just don't know how we would have continued on.
Yeah.
You're all pinball channels now. You guys are fine.
No, we are home arcade enthusiasts and just fans in general. But I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that just joined the chat. If you're just joining us for the very first time, was this you, Nick Del Rio? You have some super fans of the home arcade space. Do you know Nick?
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, Nick has some amazing videos. He doesn't know I know him.
Yeah.
But I love his videos. They say it's drama videos. I think it's just relevant current time videos. I don't think they're drama. You know, if more people join, we could give away a shirt.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for joining. If you just joined the channel, what we're doing is we're here at Vegas at CES, looking at Iconic Arcade's latest releases. These are prototype cabinets, so you can learn a little bit more. I have a preview on my channel. You can check out some other home arcaders too as well. But P-Dubs Arcade Loft, you want to tell the people what you think of this release?
I think you should not listen to Michael B ever.
You like the big Street Fighter on the side?
Michael B has personally destroyed 3 home arcade companies already, and you really need to steer clear of him. And not only has he destroyed 3 arcade companies, he's also ruined 368 of my live streams. That's right, I've been keeping count. Honestly, if you want to change the artwork on the World Warrior one, I kind of get where they're coming from. But dude, that alpha artwork, I freaking love it. I've been telling everybody. I've been I love that alpha artwork. I think it's gorgeous. So I think that was a good move.
So the reason why, and the guy brought this, is the reason why I wanted to do 2, right, is because I knew I needed 1 to be never been done before, right? So that was Alpha 2, and also it's one of my favorite all-time artwork from Capcom ever. And then also I want to do World Warrior because I know for the people who are not really Street Fighters super fans, like this is nostalgia to them, right? And I don't believe that this has ever been done correctly. The World Warrior, and also it's a piece of history. I mean, the World Warrior has is very important to the entire history of our home arcade. So I'm kind of also telling a history and bringing out. But these are 2 of my most favorite looking Street Fighter cabinets. Number 3 is probably Super Street Fighter Turbo. And I want to tell everyone that pre-orders are open right now. You go to iconicarcade.com and you can pre-order there. What's great about this is that it's $6.99 including shipping. You don't have to pay membership. You don't have to pay shipping. And that gets directly sent to you. So do it now if you'd like, and if not, look, we're gonna earn your trust before May, right? And then the thing that we really wanted to do is we want to do partial payment. So that's a huge thing, right? I mean, you could always cancel your orders, but I want people to do partial payment. I want to prove it to you why you should get it. But there's no FOMO here. But my vision for this is only to do 1 runs of these. So if we run out of Alpha 2, again, this is not FOMO. This is my vision for this. Once Alpha 2 is done, you're not going to find Alpha 2 anymore unless we go to the vault years or in a couple years or whatever now. So because our, actually, Spreetail doesn't want to do that too much, but they understand that Spreetail, they know that if we're going to reorder, I just want to do another variant color, right? Yeah. And just do that. I want these kind of be like collectibles. Again, that's not FOMO. That's just my vision for this. One and dones until we go later on to the vault. So the specs for this is running a Pi 5, everyone. And the Pi 5 allows me to, license games that are more modern and require a little more power, and also games that you can go online. Okay, 19-inch video screen. I'm sorry, I'm just for new people here doesn't know much about this pre-order. I'm just saying that. So again, if you believe, then go ahead and pre-order. If you don't, wait and pre-order when you do.
So June 6th, do you feel pretty confident about that ship date?
Yes, I do. And if it doesn't happen, then I'll let you know early. But that's the plan.
Yeah. I have a quick comment and a very quick question, and then I'll take off. You guys have lots of questions and super chats. This is about the community. It's not about us. Quick comment. You haven't even finished pre-orders yet, and already people are nagging and bugging you about what title is next. And I just want to point out how inappropriate and irresponsible and rude it is of you guys to ask those questions. He hasn't even finished pre-orders yet. And my question for you, John, is what is your next cab and why is it Cuber?
I knew it. I knew it.
My next Cablin is going to be at least 67 inches tall.
All right. There you go. All right. Congrats, John. Congrats, community.
Thank you so much, AP Dubs. Looking forward to going on your show sometime soon.
I've literally never had John D on my channel before, but we'll probably do something in the future. So
hopefully.
Thanks so much. You guys have a good night.
All right, thanks, Dubs. Appreciate that. All right, Dubs is out, and it is now just us and John. Do you feel like there's a couple more questions? And I mean, we're almost here at 2 hours, but how do you feel?
It's up to you how long you guys want to go.
Yeah. Oh, so just for other folks that haven't done this, we still have to do the giveaway, the official giveaway. So the StreamYard giveaway is here. We're going to pull this up one more time. There's only 135 people that have entered. If you put in hashtag Media1Up, you can win one of these hats right here. So hashtag Media1Up in the chat like this. 135 entries. This is a Media1Up hat with a John D Joints logo. It's actually New Era branded, right? And so has the sticker logos and everything. You'll contact me afterwards at kongs@arcade at gmail.com, and I'll get it shipped out to you. So put it in there. See, we have 600 people that are watching. So thank you all for folks that just joined in wherever you came from. Nick, I think you had some influence on this. Somebody even put in here that like, hey, I came and subscribed. Can I have my my something back? What did he say?
How about we do the lottery now?
Yeah.
And then we could, since there's new people that came on, we could do it again.
Okay.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Another hat? I will do
mean, I just noticed that the numbers went up, and then I guess
if
it's up to you guys, I mean, we could stay a little longer. I mean, if you guys want.
That's cool. All right, we'll just get this at 150. As soon as it hits 150, we'll hit the button, and then we'll do another one. So 3 more people, and then we'll hit it because people have been waiting for this.
Yeah, let's do it now. Because like, oh, man, this is going long.
Let's go in long
almost
time.
Like 2 hours.
I know. 3 more people. I want to see 150 on this hashtag Media1Up, and maybe we'll do a shirt.
Yeah,
we can do that.
We can do a shirt.
All right, we can do a shirt. You want to grab a shirt?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hope you guys have enjoyed Fox smashing buttons back there. He's not that great, but you know, he does get some action in the form of booth babes. So those videos will be coming
Those
soon.
videos are coming.
Those videos are coming super soon. All right, we're at 151. We're hitting that draw button. So good luck. This is for the Media1Up hat. Oh, I saw Laramie Retro 530 was in the chat. There it is. Slowing down. The winner is Jason Yu. Jason Yu, you are the winner of
That's my alt account.
Is it?
There we go.
Media1Up.
I don't have to ship it.
No. Yeah. So Jason, thank you so much. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. So send me an email to kongsrs.arcade@gmail.com and we will get that shipped out to you. So
How about the
appreciate
next
that.
one for later?
All right, so we'll do another one right now. So so Jason Yu is the winner for that. Let's do this one more time.
Can you IM or DM be over here so I can send it to you and all that stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I'll get that out in a second. Okay, so while that's
I'm giving
happening,
away this shirt.
oh, okay, Buffalo Bills. Read this $20 super chat from Longalow. It's a message for
Should
you.
we give away this shirt or this shirt?
The Buffalo Bills one.
Yeah. It's my new company, Buffalo Bills Body Lotion.
Yeah, and the fun is on only if you do the dance.
I've done that before.
Okay, Long and Low with the $20 super chat says, brother, so glad you came back kicking ass and such an amazing product. Really brings back the excitement to the community and can't wait to see what's next for you and us in the community. Congrats. So that's from Long and Low. Appreciate that. So Bushin Ryu Cat says, wait, is John D. John, I absolutely need your next joint to have a SF cab with Ultra SF4. You even take 4 vanilla, please. So
you know, Ultra SF4 is actually doable with a Pi 5.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He also
no, that's not right.
That's
not right.
Yeah, SF4.
No,
yeah, that's too much.
That's too much.
That's
but
too
no,
much.
it's the arcade edition.
Can
the arcade edition do?
I haven't really messed with it too much. It says Evening Boys.
He's not that good at Street Fighter, anyways.
That's a challenge. It sounds like a challenge. So that might happen right now. Evening Boys was busy making it work. So probably missed all the talk about my arcade at CES, at least your opinion, the mini pinball. I did do a video with that. So we'll do some my arcade coverage in that a little bit. John D, making arcades great again in the 51st states. Love that. Power Stone for Unruly and Max. Is that something that you've wanted?
You know what? Power Stone 1 and 2 is going to be on the Fighting Collection. And hopefully in the future, we'll be able to get those rights. So.
Nice. Love that. So UD Style says, I did, if you watch the video, and I made like 7 or 8 different reflections of things to improve. So without going through all of them, it was like the recessed bezels, things I told you about. It's like the flush panel, right? Moving that power button to the top.
What's great about the
marquees.
Yeah, it's all those things.
It's only washed out, I think, because of it's going too bright. And probably do another pass on the art. I mean, it is reverse printed, but
yeah.
Again, that'll be fixed. We're definitely gonna fix that.
So so you're gonna take all the community feedback. You're gonna read all the comments
as much as I can.
Yeah,
as much as we can.
Yes.
You know, well,
this marquee looks good though. Yeah,
that one looks pretty good. That one looks
it could
pretty
be
good.
better too.
So
it could be better.
A little bit better. I think it may just be the print, not so much the diffusion.
I think it's the print because here's another one that we printed. So Angel made another one. Right.
Thanks, Brandroid. Appreciate you becoming a member.
Put a light behind it. We have light.
Yeah, we have a light.
So we need like a phone light.
Like a phone light. Yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah. So
put a phone light behind.
There we go. There we go.
Okay. So you put a phone light. Oh, hold on. Okay, so down. Yeah, right there. Now you can see, right?
Oh, yeah.
You see the colors. The color difference between this and this.
Right.
So
do this one right here.
A mixture.
You
right?
think it might be the diffusion? Maybe
it could be. We're still looking into that. And look, Medion is taking this seriously. Eldom is taking it seriously. We actually had a meeting today and said they brought up a few. I think they brought up your video, which I didn't watch yet. But they said, like, you know, let's collate all of the community's feedback. They did that. So that's what I love about them.
Yeah.
Like how many times I said better buttons, HDMI. Like I'm talking to
all the things. What's next, John?
Food.
Dinner.
Tonight.
That's what's happening.
Tonight, you know, I haven't gone out at all.
You haven't experienced Vegas yet?
No.
Yes.
I haven't even slept. I slept last night, but tonight I'm gonna have fun.
Yes. All right. Stringer Films, another with a $2 super chat that says Trump says Mike B is in Newfoundland. This isn't in deal. So Stringer Films, what would we do without you? Okay, a couple other things before we end the stream. You guys, any final thoughts from the floor, from the panel? John, I want to. Yeah, well, I want to give you the floor. I want to be able to just get out of here, get out of frame. What do you want to say?
Why did you make this happen, John?
Well, I mean, number one is I love this stuff, right? I love arcades. I love having. I want to make stuff that I like, that I want to put in my own house, and if it's stuff that I like, I think it's stuff that everyone likes, right? I just want to do something where you can be proud of and say, you know, I'm going to keep this and and share it with everyone who's who likes arcades and doesn't like arcades. But really, I'm when I say it's corny, it's doing for the community. Who else are you gonna do it for, right? There's been so many brands and so many companies who have failed because they just don't listen, right? To me, I'm a kind of person that's like, I want more fan service. I'd rather go in the direction for more fan service than less. I think everyone's been loud enough to know and to tell us what we want. So how hard is that, right? And so this is something that's always been passion. I know it's your passion, and even though it's not going to be perfect all the way, that's what I'm striving to do. Something that you can't criticize it. Let the product speak for itself. I know in the past, a lot has changed this year. So yeah, let's do it. That's it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, John. This is a good man.
Yes, sir.
This is a good man.
Yes, sir.
He's serving his community.
He is. Yes,
He's
he
trying
is.
to bring back what is almost lost from the 90s. Something that we all enjoy.
Nostalgia.
That's
what
right.
we love.
It's good. Thank you
Hell yeah.
for trying to bring back what we all loved. Even in this community, in the last 5 or 6 years, we all thought this was dying. But this guy was like, no. Let's keep it alive.
Yeah, it's our love.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thanks, John.
All right. So, John, appreciate you being here. There were some people that were still part of the Media One Up crew. Dmac has actually potentially wanted to come on in a bit.
He did. Is
yeah.
it right now?
Yeah, he's
He's
coming
here?
back right now. He's
Yeah.
coming back. It's coming back.
That was a great ending.
I know. Oh, was that ending? We're gonna edit it out and say that was done. But if not, I just want to take a second to thank everybody. Let's do another quick giveaway. We promised a shirt giveaway. Let's do a shirt giveaway really quickly. So what should the hashtag be? But we already did Media One Up. We need to do Media 2 Up.
You gotta do it.
Oh, I see. Let's do.
We already did a hat.
We did a hat.
Let's do a t-shirt.
Yes, we're doing a t-shirt.
Yep.
Okay. Let's just put. What's the hashtag we're gonna have people put in there?
Hashtag.
John D Joint.
Do it for B. Do it for J.
All right.
There you go.
Simple. Everybody hates this name, but it's okay. Let's go. I don't know. Put in John D Joint into the chat, and we're gonna give away a t-shirt. As soon as we get to 100 people, we'll press the button. So, our StreamYard giveaway tool. This is me being here.
John D Joint.
There it is. Okay. Any other last questions that people have? I'm happy to answer anything that I know of, but I think we're good. Respect.
There we
Thanks.
go. There we go.
Thanks.
There we go.
Appreciate
Respect.
that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
A lot of passion.
Home Arcade lives because of you and Media One Up. Let's goof. I think you meant let's go.
No,
All right, Wilhelm is buying it. Let's goof. Been through a lot the last year. Let's keep it together. Media 2 Joint. So yeah, John D Joint. Put it on there. And John D we trust. Very cool. T-shirt size. They do have XXLs. There are some XXLs on there right now. John, how's your Street Fighter skills? What if we did a live match?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, because people want to know.
If we're gonna do a match, we better hype it up, like do all that thing.
Yeah, get some charity going on. All right.
You can't counter switch though.
Can't counter switch? Okay. All right. In all seriousness, though, since I do have that, and we could do something for charity, I do want to just give a very respectful, heartfelt shout out to the Los Angeles community that is going through some crazy wildfires right now. There's a lot of people that lost their homes that are impacted by this disaster. So it's my hometown, it's my home area. And yes, while I'm having fun in CES right now, I know there's a lot of people that are suffering in the Los Angeles area. So if you have any thoughts for folks that are in there, please give them a shout out, reach out to them, send them some love, because it's one of the craziest wildfires we've ever seen in the Los Angeles, Southern California area. So I just wanted to give some respect and shout out to that group there. So prayers. Thank you. Yeah, smoke is insane. Appreciate everybody that's been thinking about there. I don't know if there's going to be voice chat. He literally just talked about it as an option.
I can say it.
Yeah? Will there be voice chat?
So voice chat is tough. because of the Pi 5, because of how the analog and digital, sounds are coming from the HDMI. It's not that it's impossible.
Maybe with the USB.
And with the USB dongle possible, right? Possible through the USB. We're looking into all of that, and so that's why I don't think we need a headphone jack anymore, right? You could Bluetooth anyways, right?
Yeah.
I asked my 13-year-old son. I asked my 13-year-old son, and he said, just use Discord. I don't know. I mean, that's what he does. But yeah, voice chat is not as easy to implement with the Pi 5, I don't think, unless you use dongles and all that. But yeah, of course we want to do that.
All right, so very cool. Yes, thank you to the LA people. All right, so John D. Joint, we have 118 people in here. So this is for a t-shirt. And again, you're going to email kongzerus.arcade@gmail.com and we will get that shipped out to you. So let's do it. Let's hit the button. And we might have some more special guests. This might be an over 2-hour stream, but we have 600 people watching. So thank you. Thank you guys.
I got to do a little bit of selling for the new people out here, and thanks for coming and joining our community here.
Oh, look who's here. It's Mystery Encoder. Did you miss it? He was trying to get in touch with you.
He knows that.
What's that?
He knows that.
Yeah, so this is your only way that you're going to get an official hat is by putting this in here. So,
so for the new people, why were you brought to this?
Yes.
So, this is a home arcade community. We're a small and loud and very interesting community.
I only talk about pinball now, though. So
we like to collect. We like to collect a lot of toys.
Yes.
And so for more of the rich people, they do pinball. I'm not that rich,
hey,
but also
for everyone.
For everyone.
But also, we also in this community because we like these kind of arcade replicas. And so if you're interested in that, my pre-orders have gone out yesterday. It's $700. It's basically a big case for a Raspberry Pi 5.
That's what it is.
But it has authentic artwork. And you could do a whole bunch of stuff if you're into Street Fighter or even if you're not, right?
Do you know Jeff Noxukow?
I've seen him. I don't know him personally.
No, so he's like one of the ambassadors for the Arcade 1-Up, like kind of hyper fighting community, just Fightcade in general, and like
what's his main?
It's Jeff.
No, what's his main in hyper?
Oh, in hyper he uses. He's really good at Blanca, but he's a Geef player too.
Ooh, I hate those.
Yeah.
What's up, Jeff?
Yeah.
Right on. Hey, Jeff. I mean, hopefully with our features, you'll be able to do community tournaments and stuff like that. That's the goal, and I'll also be able to stream that, through our HDMI out. Again, I'm totally grateful for everyone who's come in and is watching us now, who really doesn't know too much about this community.
Yeah.
It's a great community. It's drama like a lot of communities, but that's come to expect. But I want to introduce a few people that's also part of the team.
All right, hold on. Before we introduce them on, let me just hit this button real quick and get some business out of the way. So this is the winner of a Media 1-Up t-shirt. And so again, you're going to email kongzerus.arcade@gmail.com. And Phil Harmonics, congratulations. You are the winner. Send me an email with your t-shirt size if you can do it right away. That way we can make sure we get it. So congratulations, Phil Harmonics. You are the winner. So we gave away a t-shirt, we gave away a hat, and right now the stream is gonna keep going because we can, and we got some guests.
Introduce one of my old colleagues.
All right, so surprise welcome back to the home arcade community. These guys are here.
Nevada. It's getting lit up here.
All right. David McIntosh, I think we were talking about you earlier. You are the most professional Dmac I've seen. I've seen you as a booth babe at Comic-Con, but this is now still, he's still the booth babe. Still
babing it up in booths.
What are you doing here? What's your kind of relationship with the group, with Iconic Arcade and all that stuff?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to join the team and help them with PR, marketing, and all that exciting stuff. I'm super thrilled to be a part of this community. We helped build it from the ground up. It feels like about 6.5 years ago. So I'm thrilled to be a part of the team. Iconic Arcade has something very special. For those who have seen it, for those who have not, this is going to be, in my opinion, the greatest thing in home retro gaming. So I'm really passionate about what they're doing. The team here They listen to what the fans have to say, which is really important. That's what put us on the map.
Yeah.
And it seemed to have gotten lost over time. So I'm really I'm excited. I'm out of breath. We just ran from dinner to here. Had lots of wine. I'm glad we don't have the CEO on this one. he had me beat. But yeah, we just had a fantastic dinner. John D stayed here to man the stream with you guys. So thanks for holding down the fort.
No, for sure. I mean, it's been fun to just talk with people and hear some of the behind the scenes. So like, now that you're unveiled that you're working with Iconic, what was one of the most difficult thing about you helping this product come to launch?
The timelines, everything has been so compressed from the idea from the idea to the reality. This concept it's happened very quickly. When you go from an idea, a concept into a pre-order, which is available now, $6.99 with free shipping, it's really hard to start from introducing yourself, meeting a brand, and then launching and representing them in such a short time. So that has been the biggest challenge, I would have to say.
Yeah.
But the opportunity is plentiful. Everybody I've talked to who has seen this has had nothing but positive things to say.
So we have almost 500 people that are watching that probably have no idea who you are. Don't have no idea your background in the industry.
Okay.
So, I mean, could you just give us a little background on, just your arcade history and why you're here?
Sure.
Yeah.
6.5 years ago, I helped launch a brand called Arcade 1UP. They became the 4th biggest brand in gaming in 6.5 years, which is a tremendous feat, only behind Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. This brand became global, international, and I was probably like the 5th person that they hired to help
from
build.
the beginning.
From the beginning, there was a handful of people throughout the process. Started as a consultant, was brought in to work exclusively with them, and then had the opportunity to learn from some of the greatest minds in gaming. Scott Backrack, who founded the company, among some of the greatest people in the industry. I learned a lot from John throughout the years as well. So when I had the opportunity to meet some of these people, I was I couldn't stop. And funny enough, the CEO of Eldhome, which is one of the backers alongside Lenovo for this, I had actually met years prior working with Arcade 1UP as well. So basically, you're looking at the grandfathers of the home arcade community here. And I was fortunate enough. I'm turning 30 in 9 days.
Goodness.
So
it's a baby.
I'm on the younger end. I'm on the younger end of the community here. It's so funny because when I first went to an arcade, my mom took me and I was like, look, like Sega is TMNT. I'll say TMNT is in an arcade for this is an incredible thing to be playing on. And she's like, well, it's interesting because you grew up playing this on a Sega Genesis, but it started as an arcade. So I've experienced retro arcades just in a different genre. I grew up on consoles. So I still enjoy them. I understand what they are, but you have to respect the people who did it and who really built the foundation for us.
So I noticed that you are almost like freelancing now. So you are supporting here, but you are supporting other companies and things too. Like, what's next for you? I know people are kind of curious, and now you've made your debut at CES. What's next for Dmac?
I'm trying to just. I love gaming. I found that has just been my niche. I love tech. I love gaming. And I want to help connect people with forms of entertainment that they thoroughly enjoy. That helps. There's a lot of stress in the world right now. High tension, high stakes. Everybody's a little fizzed out. And I found gaming for me, especially during COVID, really helped ground me and take me back to a good mindset. So I want to help share gaming with the rest of the world. I started my own PR firm, Arcade PR. I'm working with Iconic Arcade among a few other brands, and I find that it's helping me live a life where I feel like I can contribute and give and share a lot of entertainment that I also enjoy experiencing.
So I do have one kind of follow-up question because I heard you say the 4th biggest brand in gaming.
Yeah.
How do you measure that? I've always I wanted to that's
fair.
like, hey, somebody printed it that I'm the #1 burger on one magazine. Like, where did that come from? What's the source of that?
Yeah, so it's funny. So there's open source data that retailers, vendors all have access to. There's it used to be called NDP. They recently branded into something called Circana, and it's just publicly available data. in terms of gaming hardware metrics, it's measured across sales, across retail, and in terms of hardware sales, in terms of volume and dollars generated.
Got it.
Yeah, they had accumulated the number 4 on the stats.
Interesting. Okay, so it was to do that. I was always curious what the source of that was, and it wasn't just some random person that said 4th biggest brand in gaming. So that's pretty cool. So I mean, that's part of like your work of making and building that original brand.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Cool. It's a sales tool. It's like Salesforce equivalent. It's a publicly available data that's available for everybody.
I love that. A quick $6.99 Canadian super chat. Hello, right? It's still worth some monies.
Yeah, the US dollar is crashing the Canadian dollar. It's a little scary right now, but let's hope the economy bounce back.
Yes.
Sure.
He's a big Maple Leaf fan, I heard, right? So.
Yes, big Leafs. This is our year, actually.
But 2025 is the year of the Phoenix because home arcade is rising from the ashes. So, I mean, maybe you can give, what is your outlook on the home arcade community now with, this release and some of the other things you've seen in the space?
I think there's hope. Yeah. I think if Iconic Arcade has showed us anything, it's that there's people who are willing to take a chance and do it right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, when you look at the build quality, the size, everybody wanted XL, everybody, they wanted a Street Fighter XL, and it was just being neglected. The Pi 5, like, I know we've probably talked about features, but online gameplay is a huge function of the home arcade space right now. Doing that through Wi-Fi is it's very unfavorable. It sucks. Having gigabit Ethernet ports will allow for seamless online gameplay. Nice. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is, if you look at some of the people in this company, I know John had helped build esports with Capcom. And if you look at the home arcade community, everybody wants to compete and play, and having what is it, 4K HDMI output at 60 frames per second, that's going to allow for broadcasting, capturing content, and that now paves the way for retro esports. So now you're going to start seeing things at on big stages. You'll see J1 competing.
Really?
Well, I mean, you'll see. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but you'll see people like Jay Wong or potentially Jay Wong.
Anybody wants to stream it and like really kind of
professionally. Yeah, I think esports is about to evolve, opening the door for games like arcade games to be played in esports through the Iconic Arcade. So for my generation, I know boomers are really just about being present, playing the game. Gen X. All right, don't mean to get offensive, but younger generations are looking to play.
Yes,
to play.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. So
I ruffled a couple feathers over here. I got a couple people behind stage being like, "We are not boomers."
It's not that young players can't play. One of the best Blanca players in the country. No, he's 17 now, by the way. When you first met him 3 years ago, but he's 17 now. 17-year-old is the best Blanca player in the country. So no doubt. So that's Mal. So shout out to the Retro FGC and the possibilities here. So you didn't know that coming on here, we can ask you anything. I'm curious.
Oh, shit. Let's hear it.
I'm curious what you would think about your former company and how do you think their CES went?
Well, fair question. There. We got a loud. Can I get quiet on the set, please?
This is the home arcade. It's the home arcade question that everybody wanted to hear.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from CES. I do media monitoring. Part of my job.
They sent an email. You didn't see the email?
I'm not on the list yet.
They announced that Fast and Furious cabinets are available again.
Okay.
On CES Day. That was the big announcent.
Okay. Look, I wish them the best. I think that they have a lot of talented people that are working there. People I really enjoyed working with, and I don't want to discredit any of that. I think that they have a really good thing. They paved the way for companies like us to come in and partner with major retailers and licensors. So credit where it's due. I feel like they paved the way for the home arcade market, and I wish them nothing but the best.
Me too.
Yeah, that's great to hear. But what you guys launching at CES, it is a place that people expect things, and when people aren't there and like it's almost empty, right? And so, what would you like to see from? I don't want to go there. I was gonna say if you guys were still there, what would you like? Would you use this opportunity to announce things like what's the feel? Like, is this a missed opportunity? Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. CES is the catalyst for any new tech throughout the year.
Anybody. Gaming, arcade.
Yeah,
kids.
there's a new Segway I'm gonna buy. I'm not even an e-scooter guy, but they use this platform to announce a really cool e-scooter because that's where tech is announcing new tech. NVIDIA just broke the internet because they're 50, what is it, 5060, 5090? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's like
the 50 series.
It's like twice the performance of last year's model, half the price.
Yeah.
I'm like about to build
5070.
my first PC game now. This is where innovation is announced.
Yeah.
And I agree with you that it was a little lackluster. I didn't see anything from anybody else. So yeah, I think that you need competition. It's healthy because that's how you get innovation in this industry.
Made a pretty big splash here. So all right, well, congratulations to kind of what your work here at our Iconic. I did see. Are you allowed to say the other places that you're working for?
Let's focus on it. Let's focus on Iconic.
All right, you got it. All right, so very cool. All right, Dmac, any final questions for Dmac? Put it in the chat. If not, there's a couple of quick things here I just want to mention to the folks. Happy to see Dmac back with JD. They make a good team. So, are you excited about working with John D?
I am. It's already been a roller coaster.
Tell me the craziest John D story you have from working with him.
Well, I would just.
John.
Oh man, we've told that story. The community is familiar, but yeah, I would just say that the common denominator is the constant performing under pressure.
Oh my gosh.
It's like when you have to launch in 3-4 weeks time and you're getting licensor approval 3-4 days before you're announcing something during holidays. That seems to be a common theme, whether it's here or elsewhere. But when you get to see somebody at their worst, you understand how they perform at their best, and that's a good indication on who you're working with.
I love that, man. Right on.
I have a question for you guys. So you remember back in the day, John D would constantly maybe John D would say a little too much.
Yeah.
And then Dmac would be like,
I have it.
That's in the community. We were always talking about that happening.
He was on my
What are the things, Dmac, that you think John said a little bit too much about?
That was been too many times.
I can't nail it down to one thing, but I will say I will say, generically speaking, from a PR and marketing side,
I'm a risk.
You have I would say liability is the right
liability.
You have like a best case scenario. We announce on this day, we pre-order on this day.
So you're very structured in planning, and
yes,
there's a rule you got to stick to.
Yes.
How do you think we did with iArcade announcement over this week?
Iconic Arcade?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Iconic.
Quite well, I'd say. I think we did well. Better. I think he's more vested in our success this time around. I'd say.
So John's grown a little bit?
I think he's matured. And also, like, there's a level of trust now where I'm not in the room and there's a live stream happening where I'm like,
he has to be right there.
I'm able to eat my dinner and not have an earpiece where I'm like, dude, keep it down. So yeah, I think there's just there's a more strategic thought behind the leaking, I would say, or the chaos. Yeah. Okay. But I think but in past lives, like, yeah, I'd say like, okay, on January 1st, we're launching this. And then maybe on Christmas Day, an influencer pops up and I'm like, bro, you're the only one who talks to this guy. So like, I know you did this.
You did it. All those days you were the leaker.
I know. No. It's
not always. Sometimes we got hacked. Sometimes we had technical difficulties, but I swear to God, sometimes I feel like the technical difficulties.
I gotta ask another great question. So, do you guys remember Randy Records?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm Randy Records.
Okay.
Are you?
I am Randy Records, by the way. And Sharon Peters as well.
What? Sharon?
I don't know who that is. That one went over my head. Yeah, no, so there were instances where the leaks were out of our control. We have partners, retailers, and you'll start to see it. You'll say, hey, here's the products. We're going to launch on this day, this time. And then you'll just have somebody who sees assets come in and say, publish. And we're like, well, we weren't ready to announce that. And then he's in my team for once. He's like, oh, dude, how do we handle this? It's now been leaked. I'm like, oh, welcome to
now you're worried about it.
Yeah, now we're on the same team. So yeah, it's really interesting. It's interesting to see both sides. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're both really passionate about this. I don't think either one of us would put our names associated to it if we weren't. I think that there's just so much potential. Obviously, we have the benefit of peeking behind the curtain and seeing what's in the future. I think if Street Fighter isn't your game, there will be something in the near future.
Oh, Dmac says there's more waves coming.
There's more for
There's
sure.
more waves
There's definitely
coming.
more on the horizon. Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know who we should invite here?
Who's that?
Another member who's
Oh,
it's just like Dmac.
Okay.
No. Why don't you stay and then someone moderate? Why don't you stay and then we'll have our friend come right in the middle. You.
okay.
Hold it.
It's fun. To die for.
What is it?
What is it like working with someone?
I told you fucking like back down, bro.
Sorry.
Iconic. Okay.
I was just gonna say.
Okay.
There's so much energy. You wouldn't know. He just smoked his head off the chandelier. Above us, coming in here. I had to hold it steady. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. I met you for the first time.
Yes.
We just met.
It's
It's like
yes.
we're meeting for the first
We just
time.
met today, and it was
Yeah.
great, and good partner.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's great to meet
Tell
you.
us what it's like, Bobby, to work with the brand Iconic Arcade to bring out Street Fighter. Tell us how it started. Did you get a phone call from John? Where did it begin?
To be honest,
Tell the real story.
I was going through some problem with family problems. And then, true story, Adam Cole and John D hit me up, motivated me, bring me back to the community.
Wow.
I gave up. I literally gave up in the community. Like, I'm done. Yes.
Damn, dude.
Thanks to John D and Adam Cobb, bring me back into the community. And now I'm back stronger than ever. Let's go, guys.
Go.
Come on. Yes. Yes. I'm back. Okay. It's the past.
You guys.
Now it's the future.
All right. So tell us about the collaboration on the cabinet, the design. You had a big influence on this product,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So tell us what that was like.
Oh my God, it was pressuring.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
a lot
of
of
that
pressure.
timeline, right?
A lot of pressure.
The timeline was very short, and I would manage successfully done it under 2 months. A great project, a great lineup, and for Iconic Arcade will be the future.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amen.
So what do you think about that Pi 5?
Pi
Bringing that
5.
level of power. I mean, you've built a lot of custom machines for this community. This community reached out to you and said, bring us to the next level. And now you have the opportunity to take the lessons that you've learned and bring it to
Let's
this
talk about
product.
it.
Tell them.
Pi 5, Raspberry Pi, and modding in the community.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna be real here.
Mhm.
Licensing, we're gonna get licensed. Okay.
Okay.
One thing is the issue is as long as you own the game and back up your ROM is legal.
Okay. Sure.
That's all that matters. That's all it is. If you load in anything illegal, that's on your end.
That's your thing.
That's your thing.
You're not going
You
to
own the cabinets, you do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, having Bobby, at
Yeah.
least from my experience, join the team has been. I met him today for the first time.
Yes,
and,
Dmac.
and
Yes.
what you guys can't see is what's behind the camera, the fourth wall, so to speak. And this guy's got a lot of
energy,
a lot. Well, no, a lot of tricks up his sleeve as well.
Yeah, a
I
lot of
was gonna
tricks,
go.
yeah.
He's got a lot of energy too. You can't miss that. But he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. So if you guys like what you're seeing, there's definitely a lot of innovation happening.
Yes,
I would say.
there is more things coming to the Iconic
There's
Arcade
products
in the
that you're
future.
You have concepts that
Yes,
you're like,
there
I
is-
have ideas, and you're sharing.
There is
them with
also
Iconic.
a future version 2 of my project.
Your project that you're working with some partners.
Yes,
with.
the version
to-
2. No, with John D.
Yeah, with John D,
John
okay.
D. joined.
So what do you think about this Iconic Arcade? What's your like? If you saw this for the first time just now, what are your thoughts?
Give it up for Sean Misselbrook, who helped me.
When the first time I saw this, I thought it was a complete full size, but it's not a full size, but it's identical
close to full size.
So you built a ton of custom.
And it's comfortable and it's wide enough for 2 people to play at the same time without bumping each other.
That is so
No.
Yes,
When you first
yes.
saw it, that is
Yeah,
not
Bill.
what you said. The first time you saw it, you said, "That's clean."
Like a mother, yeah, to die for. I incarnate.
That's what he said.
Okay, let's go. I'm on it. Wait a minute. What the hell?
Okay.
Okay,
Let's not skim over the fact that what he said is so important.
Oh, yes.
2 grown men, for the sake of this
Yeah.
conversation, being able to comfortably button match Hadoukens
Yes.
and hurricane kicks against one another.
I tell you what, this is the first time that Iconic Arcade came out with the street, especially John D. I'll tell you what, in the 90s and 80s, we all grew up all Street Fighter games, okay?
Right next to each other,
Yes.
anyways, shoulder to shoulder.
Without Street Fighter, I'll tell you what, without Street Fighter, there is no MK or Samurai Showdown or any other fighting game out there in the community, outside the process of what the hell?
There's no without Street Fighter, there's no other.
I'm
fighting.
paused. Yeah, no fighting. I tell you, yeah, exactly. Without Street Fighter, there's no other fighting games will be born. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that is the correct way
That's
to.
good. Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Street Fighter started all.
Uh,
Trust me, guys. Street Fighter started all.
dude,
There is no Street Fighter. There's no other fighting games.
and look,
Period.
we have Street Fighting legends that are watching right now. The
Yes.
best Shoto in the U.S., DJ Ilk, Street Fighter 2 TV.
Yes, DJ Ilk
is
is
watching right now.
It is.
And
It is.
DJ Ilk, I
He's
can't
crazy.
wait for you to consider looking at this and seeing what you think about it, because check him out. It's super awesome.
DJ Ilk,
Yeah. Is it good?
you'll be satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah. People want to see us fight a little bit more. So how did you feel? So I say one of the biggest complaints people saw it in my video is that our hands touched maybe like once or twice while we were playing.
Because it's only like about to be
That needs to
completely
be
at full
one.
size, maybe a quarter of an inch
Mhm.
or close to half an inch. That's
Mhm.
about it.
But did that distract you
That's the
from
only
playing?
difference. No, not even
Right?
not even at all.
Yeah.
Not even all.
I think it was a half.
It is the
inch.
perfect size for in your arcade room or man cave.
It's still comfortable, but like, yes.
And it is not heavy, sturdy, not shakeable.
Yeah.
Perfectly
Yeah.
fine. We tested everything, but there's gonna be a lot of changes in the future before release.
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, for folks that are joining us right now, this is Iconic Arcades. You can check it out on our website. There are different models you can order. Again, the biggest price point here, if this had been any more expensive than $699, I think it would have been like, oh my God. But the fact that this price point is here with the shipping, it brings a
Especially,
lot
yes, yes.
in the package that I think people were excited about. So,
Especially there will be more competition in the community,
Mhm.
especially in the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Competition like
Yeah.
Tournaments,
Yeah, there's no excuses
Street
now.
Fighter.
Mhm.
We got Ethernet
know,
ports.
mhm.
We got HDMI.
Yes,
out.
yes. Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
we're
we'll be
crushing it.
testing all this before release and make sure everything works perfectly fine. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Dmac.
Bobby, I'm impressed. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm curious about like what you thought about being able to offer everything here at this price point. Like, what do you feel
Yeah.
about this?
I think it's the
Mhm.
sweet spot,
Mhm.
right? I think the only XL
Affordable,
available
affordable.
in the marketplace right now is exclusive to a specific retail channel
Right.
that requires a subscription to even shop at,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think, and there's shipping on top of that. So when you offer this across, I mean, we're starting at VMI because it's
Yeah.
you
What
know,
is VMI? I'm
it's
sorry.
day one.
Is
It's
that-
basically
okay.
it's a subsidiary
Oh,
of
okay.
a partner of ours or a
Got it.
partner of
Okay.
Retails.
So
But
people can trust it. It's not like, oh,
it's
I've never heard of,
trusted.
like,
Yes, this isn't a
VMI. It's
scam
not like-
site. Yeah,
okay.
VMI is legit.
Okay.
And in the next few months, once we get closer to launching at retail, you'll start to see more official, endorsed, and widely recognizable retailers, and that will also help boost our awareness as well as availability.
Yeah.
So I think it's great. Like you take something everybody wants,
Mhm.
you reduce the barriers,
Mhm.
you offer free shipping,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
you promise new titles in the future. What's there to complain about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love it. And I think that this is one of the things where you're letting the product mostly speak for itself. right? Like there's some minor gripes and things I saw in the prototype, but you delivered something so far that I think the community is excited about. So it's only the start of 2025. I'm super looking forward to it. Bobby, you got a lot of fans in the community that are happy to see you back on YouTube, man. You're coming back from the dead.
Yes,
I'm
back
just-
from the
I'm just
dead.
happy to see you, man.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you
Let's
guys.
get
Thank you
it.
everyone. Thank you.
Get it here.
I'm back, boys. 100%. Okay.
All right, we've been going on for about 2.5 hours. Thank you. We missed your super chats. I super apologize. But
Guys, make sure to Peter live now. Get it before it's only 3,000 units. Okay. It's gone. Once it's done, it's done.
This is not a promo
okay.
channel.
You're gonna pay on eBay price 2,000. Okay.
They were
If you
saying-
want eBay 2,000, or else get it now. Oh, what is this? $6.99. $6.99. Okay. Free shipping right now instead of 2,000. Okay.
Yes, please consider it.
On the real.
We're gonna play
On the
some
real.
games and matches on here. I think it'll be super fun to get some matches with Bobby. You know, the grandfathers of the home arcade industry. Some good stuff here. It's been fun. And to die for it, being a living legend.
Yes.
There it is, John.
Let's wrap this up.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you guys.
Greatest stream ever.
Thank everyone. Thank you for your support and love. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
I have Iconic.
It's great to be back, baby. Let's get it.
Iconic Arcade. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's our group photo where we can freeze for 1
Yes,
second.
yes,
and then
yes,
now
yes.
this
Let's
way,
go.
this way.
Everyone say
Ready?
media.
Video one.
All right, see you guys later. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye.